becoming my terrible Bon Jovi impression.
And that's where we start. With a terrible Bon Jovi impression.
Oh, we live?
It's a pop culture
I put that in the chat. I told you guys, we're going live. And then you're over here talking about your Bon Jovi impression. I see how it is.
You didn't message us.
Where is it in chat? Where is it in chat?
Oh, yeah, Discord. We're all in streamer mode, so we don't hear anything.
Oh, yeah, in Discord. In the dumpster.
In the dumpster.
Oh, that's just what I was last on, because we were in the dumpster the other day. Looking at Sonic.
We were in the dumpster the other day.
We were. Hey, guys.
Hello!
I forgot to change the title. Oh, that's probably true. I don't even have my dashboard pulled up because I'm terrible.
And we're also apparently talking. Oh
wait,
no!
wait.
I wanted my title to not be Joe. I wanted it to be just Joe. I wanted it to be two words. Whatever.
Oh, you didn't make that clear. The impression
kitten
was something
pop
else.
culture kitten.
Yeah, pop culture kitten's back.
Pop culture
reasons.
kitten. Pop culture kitten.
Oh yeah,
He's
Noah,
a good kitten.
you're apparently peaking the mic. You're peaking your mic.
Yeah, you're peaking.
I'm peaking the mic?
Oh,
Yeah.
like bad.
So
I'm
I'm going
sorry.
to turn you down
Yeah, turn me down. Jeez, gosh.
and see
I
if
mean,
that
my
fixes things.
sensitivity on my end's still low, but I don't know.
I strongly disagree.
All right. Hopefully
take a
that's
look
better.
again.
I turned him down.
All right.
Pop cultured, yeah. Podcast.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah.
Update the information. Oh, nope. It still says we're playing Hustle Cat.
I mean, we could.
We could
just
do
play Hustle
that,
Cat.
but let's not.
That's an option.
It's only
Always
it's only my fourth episode. Look, I'm still learning the finer points of doing stuff. Oh, by the way, before we start, thank you to Mary for subscribing. And in case you're wondering, it's not that I don't have sub messages set up. It's that the sub messages are only set up on my normal stream layout and not for the pop culture layout. Apologies.
Yeah, you can go ahead and turn Noah back up. He got his mic fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What were you going through the webcam mic?
Huh? No, it was going through my microphone, but after I updated my computer, it just skyrocketed everything back up to 100.
All right,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
Are we all good?
It's a pop culture pop.
Did you
Was
guys?
that a Skype notification? Yeah, that was Noah letting Jank know to turn him back up.
Yeah, but don't send me Skype notifications because if I open the Skype chat, it's going to wreck this whole
It's going to
nonsense.
ruin everything.
It's going to ruin everything. So
Yeah,
should we
don't-
start talking about news or something?
We
instead
probably
of
should.
technical
we
difficulties?
can talk about a lot of things. We can talk about our feelings.
Look, wait, hold
I
on. First of all,
think
I just want to address one more thing. T-Racer,
Yeah.
I do not have channel emotes set up because I cannot draw. If you would like to draw some channel emotes, I would be absolutely delighted. And I would pay you for them. If
Also,
you
I'll
if
just
you
take-
can think
we
of
are
things that are associated with my channel and me that you could turn into emotes, I'd be chill with
Just
that.
get different stills from hanging with Janky. Different
Also,
weird stills when he makes weird faces. Just do it.
Also, we're using Skype because there's no suitable alternative that integrates with XSplit.
Yes.
Are you being
Looking at you,
facetious?
Discord.
Oh, okay. No,
No.
you're being serious toward Discord. Okay.
No, I'm being serious.
I thought
No,
you
it
were being
doesn't integrate with
facetious
XSplit
to me.
natively.
I thought you
No,
were
no,
like,
no.
there is
No,
something better, but
chat
Janky won't use it.
Chat was like, "Why are you using Skype?" It's like, it's what we have.
Yeah, it's
Looking
what
at you,
it's what
Discord.
XSplit integrates with. It's silly.
Yeah, it's our option.
It's a pop culture.
No,
Okay.
no, stop it.
We should,
stop it,
don't
stop it, stop it.
don't force an intro. Other alert: if anyone out there is real good at remixes, throw us a remix. I know we're only on
Give us
episode
an
4,
intro.
but if you can give us like a really stupid remix of things we say, that would be super on point and hilarious. No, you
No,
can
one
do that.
person in
You've
this
already.
chat has made a remix before. He's made a remix once.
Yeah, future Noah is out of commission until
You know, dang.
further notice.
Next time.
Until the next recording of Kingdom Hearts.
What did we even remix? What was the Kingdom Hearts remix?
I
It was just
don't-
like future
just
Noah.
You guys saying future Noah. Do this,
Right,
do that.
He
Turn it
remixed
into a
us go like,
remix.
Future Noah. Future Noah. Turn it into a remix.
Oh my god, that was the best thing ever.
It was the.
It was. It was.
It might have been like one of the worst remixes ever, but the fact that you did it made it perfect.
It's true. It was
I
great.
worked hard on
I
it.
know.
Yeah. But anyways, we're not here to talk about me and
I was
my
saying, I'm
Kingdom
also
Hearts
pretty sure I
videos.
said don't spend more than 10 minutes on it. Just.
And I did. I spent exactly 10 minutes on it.
Oh, that's fine then. That's fine then. It's like just don't put that much effort into it.
And then you did. Okay,
Then I
so
did.
let's get around to what we're actually talking about.
Yeah, where are we starting on this list?
First of all, Joe is
I guess we'll start at the
very
top.
large and in charge. Joe.
Yeah, that's my title.
That's what he said he wanted.
I wasn't creative this week, so I'm like, just call me Joe.
He's Joe.
He's
I'm Janky. Dude down there is Noah. And that's the Pop
Joe
Culture
and Paris
Kitten.
fandom.
And we are starting with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
I have no opinions. Go on.
Fantastic.
You have no opinions on Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
fantastic subtitles and where to find a main title.
Yeah, Noah and I were talking before the podcast. So they just released the title for the new Fantastic Beasts movie. What was it called, Noah?
It is called Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Okay, and I was pointing out that that's a ridiculous name because what does Fantastic Beasts have to do with the crimes of Grindelwald?
Well, like I said, because it's still the story's still going to center around Newt Scamander as our main protagonist against Grindelwald being our main antagonist. Even though Jude Law is joining the cast as young Dumbledore, I'm still iffy on that, but not gonna poke at it.
Oh no! Let's hear your opinions about Jude Law's young Dumbledore and how you hate it.
I wasn't
I
in,
don't-
but now I am.
I don't hate it.
See,
I
Joe's
just-
in.
I had a different casting in mind. Mostly,
I'm sorry.
mostly
Go on.
Julian Harris, who played Moriarty in the Robert Downey Jr.
Or Robert Downey Jr.
First of
You had
all,
Robert Downey
first of
Jr.
all,
Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes. Hang on, let me finish. I was thinking that guy because he's the son of the original Dumbledore, but has the youth to still pull off like a Michael Gambon Dumbledore, so he could perfectly marry the two Dumbledores.
that's no,
not
that's
a play on the two Dumbledores.
That's how I disagree with you. That he has the youth to pull off the Michael Gambit. Michael Gambit is still old Dumbledore. This happens in like the 40s. This is like 40s, 50s Dumbledore. This is a much younger Dumbledore than Michael Gambit's Dumbledore. So
Yeah, but they
you got to
still
have someone
chose,
like the age of.
Fair enough. Although I still feel like if the roles were switched for Grindelwald, like if Johnny Depp was Percival Graves and Colin Firth was Grindelwald, that would have been better as well.
Wait,
Yeah.
again-
Johnny Depp is Grindelwald?
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't see Fantastic
No,
Beasts? Hang on,
Okay,
wait a
first of all,
second.
Wait, first
let
of
me
all,
preface this.
he
From now on,
never
let me-
came up in
let me
fan.
preface
Oh
this
wait,
with
I
the
guess he did.
biggest-
From now on, I'm just gonna have this all the time.
Well, let me preface this with what is going to disappoint a lot of people. Never read a Harry Potter book or seen a Harry Potter movie. No, that's false. I saw the first two Harry Potter movies.
Joe,
Nothing else.
I will finish and give you a full dissertation on Arthas Rise of the Lich King if you read the entire Harry Potter franchise.
That sounds like a very one-sided deal.
I'm trying to
I will
fix all the
read
problems, by the
5
way.
Warcraft books.
Read all of them.
I will read.
Read all of them.
that are easily available. Let me rephrase. Just read all
I
the
agree
books.
with chat. Everything from the 4th movie on was just garbage.
Okay, so I only have 2 more then. I only have 2 more to watch.
Wait, hold on, Janky and chat.
Wide
Wait, which
sweeping
one was
Back up
opinion.
here.
Wide
Which one was
sweeping
Goblet
opinion.
of Fire? Which
fourth
was
one.
Goblet of Fire. That's all I know. That's all I know. He
Here's the
asked
thing.
calmly.
In
Here's the thing.
In the book,
People-
wait, hold on. We're gonna go over that real quick. In the book, it actually says, wait, hold on. You know what?
I
No,
know,
go
it
on.
says,
I'm going to pull.
Harry,
No,
did
I'm
you put your name in the goblet of fire? He asked calmly. I know
Yeah.
that.
no. But go on. I'm going to find the quote from my Harry Potter shelf, and then you can talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, and then we'll get on with what you want to talk about. But I'm looking this up.
Basically, my opinions are I loved all the Harry Potter films. Like, yes, I know that the later films cut a lot out, and just recently rewatching the latest Harry Potter weekend that ABC Family did, I was
So
kind
last
of like,
weekend.
so last weekend.
And all December,
I've been
because they're Christmas movies.
And
Right?
all
There's
December.
Christmas in them.
because they're Christmas movies and Halloween movies and Thanksgiving movies and Valentine's Day movies and whatever movies. So, anyways, like I like the films, even though, like I said, they cut a lot out. But it's like at the same time, the books only got bigger after the fourth one, and they had to cut some stuff out. Like, yes, I would have loved to have seen the point at St. Mungo's Hospital for the fifth book and some of the other things. I'm trying to remember what all they cut out, but I need to do a serious reread of all the Harry Potters. It's been a while. But and especially like a lot of the stuff in the sixth book, that now that I'm rewatching the movies, it's like Harry had a little bit more grasp on what he was going after in the Deathly Hallows than he does in the movies. And that's the only thing that's been throwing me off lately. But it's like, at the same time, I feel like, because it's even the Lord of the Rings argument, which we'll get into further down the road.
Yeah.
You know, with Lord of the Rings, it's a definitive edition of the Lord of the Rings, but they still left things out. They
Right.
had to. I mean, even though Peter Jackson made the longest movies known to man, with the extended editions and everything on top of that,
Did you find?
and
the
I'm a
passage?
little bit disappointed that Harry Potter didn't do the same thing. Take a page out of Peter Jackson's playbook and make extended editions
Alright.
of Harry Potter.
No.
All right,
Wait. Hold on.
let's have a
first of all,
dramatic reading.
The
Dramatic reading.
line is,
Even though I already quoted it like 5 minutes ago.
"Did you put your name in the goblet of fire, Harry?" he asked calmly. Calmly.
That's the director. That's yell,
He
yell at the
asked
director. Yell at the director.
Grab his child by his shoulders.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
Uh,
And yes, I am a nerd.
I am also a nerd. Mine are just off to the side over there.
I
I'm a
show
nerd,
off
it's
my
just
nerd.
everywhere.
I show off my nerdiness. It's just that my camera angle is kind of.
I wallow
Anyway.
in my nerdiness.
Here's my counterpoint, Noah. The burning of the burrow. That whole 15-minute scene in the sixth movie that was completely unnecessary to the plot and was put in place of a whole bunch of stuff that established the world for the seventh book. But you know what? Here's what the most unforgivable thing is about the sixth movie. Let me tell you the most unforgivable thing. There's this line at the end where Dumbledore, when Harry asks Dumbledore what the Horcruxes are, and he says they could be anything: an old boot, a potion bottle, which is Harry's line in the book. After which Dumbledore says, "No, we've spent all this time exploring memories, so we know exactly what the Horcruxes were." That was like half the plot of the sixth book was them figuring out what the
book, yeah, I know.
Horcruxes were going to be. None of that was in the movie, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I get that some of the stuff that they cut out that ended up being important later. I get that seemed unimportant at the time, and that's why they cut it out. But that was like the biggest part of the sixth book, was them like figuring out what the Horcruxes were so they could destroy them, and all that just got like wiped off the table.
I know, but at the end of it all, I don't hate the Harry Potter franchise like clearly you do.
I don't think anyone
But
here is saying they do.
No.
Well, no, you said Janky clearly said at the start of this thing that the every movie after 4 was garbage.
I was being inflammatory.
Well, yeah, but anyways, I don't
They
think
get
it's
worse.
I don't think it's deserving of that. I think the films as they are, if we want to go back to your argument of insular movies, I feel like the movies as they are pretty solid movies. Granted, they
They're
don't
just not great renditions
to
of the books.
nod to the source material well. I still think, it's the definitive version of Harry Potter that we were given.
Yeah, that's also true. But to
Yeah.
be fair, in the books, it's not like he develops that much as a character either.
That's true.
Anyway, is there more to say about the new Fantastic Beasts movie? That is,
Yeah, they
the
showed off
one
some
that he
wands. That's all I could really think about is that they showed off some wands in a Twitter picture.
They tweeted out the picture of they tweeted a picture of Grindelwald's wand supposedly and Dumbledore's wand. As,
Well, it wouldn't be
He's-
Grindelwald's wand though, because at the time of the duel, Grindelwald had the Elder Wand.
well, no. Fantastic Beasts takes place way after the thing with Ariana and all of that. Like that's already passed.
What? What? Yeah,
The
I'm
duel
saying that.
Dumbledore and Grindelwald had that kind of Ariana got caught up in and killed.
No. I mean the duel of 1940. Whenever Dumbledore defeated Grindelwald and sent him to prison, like the duel that stopped
Oh,
Grindelwald.
that was when he got the wand.
Yeah, that's when he got the wand.
Oh, I thought he got the wand when Ariana died.
No.
Okay, that's why I was confused.
Okay, yeah, no, he
'Cause
got
I know
the
that
he
they're
got
trying
the
to
wand
set
from
up the
Grindelwald.
whole. Because I know from the first one they're trying to set up the whole obscurial thing to try to explain like Ariana Dumbledore and like what her tragic backstory is and all of that. But
Just so you know, none of this is spoilers for the first Fantastic Beasts movie because none of this comes up in the first Fantastic Beasts movie.
Okay, good.
The first Fantastic Beasts movie has a plot completely separate from this, which is also why Noah and I were talking before the podcast how ridiculous it is that all the movies in this like
that all
5-movie
four-
series
four
they're working
movies
on.
following.
Yeah,
are
it's
gonna
called
be
Fantastic Beasts.
subtitle.
Because
I don't-
like
I don't
literally
know
the
about,
first one is about Fantastic Beasts and everything after it is like, oh, and now here's the backstory for the rest of the Harry Potter
Wait,
universe.
does that mean?
But then, like
Yeah.
at the same time, it would be hard to just call it like Newt Scamander and the Crimes of Grindelwald, or Newt Scamander and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
saying you
but,
could
like-
call it like Harry Potter
Yeah.
Legend. Well, that would be a stupid name, but I'm
the
saying
Wizarding World, the Crimes of Grindelwald, or the Wizarding World, Fantastic Beasts. And
That's
Where to Find
better.
yeah,
that's kind of better.
Yeah,
actually.
something that's more all encompassing than
Are
Fantastic
all of
Beasts.
the Fantastic Beasts movie going to be starring Newt Scamander? Like, is he going to be
He's
the
going to be-
primarily protagonist of all of
He's
them?
going to be a main
Yes.
character in it, and so is his wife. But also, Dumbledore is going to be a main character. I assume Dumbledore is going to be a main character too now that he's in it, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it
Nope,
just
this is
it
the
just
one time he
feels
shows
like
up.
And
Never again.
Kowalski's coming back.
yeah.
The Muggle guy from the first one. He's
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah.
So
Makes
so
me
really,
happy.
honestly, it
'Cause I
feels
was so
more.
sad
to
he
me.
got shafted at the end of the movie.
Noah, that actually is. Yeah.
Good job. Good job. You headed it off after. you
Edit
said
it off afterwards.
Well, you get on a train and then you just keep chugging, and I try to stop the train, and you just keep chugging.
And he just keeps chugging.
I
The
I
train-
attempted.
train's
Anyway,
got no
it's-
brakes.
Anyways,
sorry, chat. I apologize. But yeah, it's really more of an ensemble cast. So yeah, Newt's like important, but oh hey, but since we're nerding out, chat, I have something super nerdy.
I think I know what he's grabbing. Do I know what he's grabbing?
I
knew what he was I knew it.
Is this
I knew
Newt Scamander's scarf? Hell yes, it is.
The question nobody asked.
The warmest thing I own.
Is
Well,
it really?
it's not the warmest. I have a lot of warm scarves, but this one does have wool in it. It makes it very nice. I made it myself.
Where did he go? Where did Noah go? He's just gone now.
Nerd. I am proud to say that this is nerdy because I made it myself.
He got what?
I went to the store.
find my scarf.
Was it also going to be a Newt Scamander scarf?
No, it's gonna be a Slytherin scarf and a Gryffindor scarf.
But
that's
did
not
you
the
make
same
them
thing.
yourself?
No.
I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. Let's talk.
Choose put on your Sonic hat.
But I got my wand.
It was next to me. It was present. It was just present.
Why?
So I'm like, oh,
All
go
the
for the
vendors.
bit.
Honestly, you want to know how I learned? YouTube. I use YouTube and chopsticks, and that is how I learned how to knit. But yeah, conversation for another time, I suppose. All
Conversation for another time.
right, so let's talk about Deadpool.
I didn't watch it. I'm
It's
so
literally
useless.
30 seconds. It's a
I'm so
30-second trailer,
useless
Joe.
for this.
Just go watch it right now.
All right. I'll be back.
Deadpool as Bob Ross.
Yeah, Deadpool is
I
Bob
don't
Ross.
like Deadpool.
That's
I thought you were
okay.
gonna say Bob Ross, and we were gonna.
We could talk about that. Oh my god, let's talk about the conversation of whether or not you actually enjoy Deadpool.
I think he's quirky and fun.
Yeah, but the argument, and I assume Joe can probably speak more to this, is that he's become like a caricature of what the character was. Like,
Well, I mean,
he was a
Deadpool's
caricature anyway, but
yeah,
now
but
he's like leaned super hard into like
he's
the
become a
meminess.
meme.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Like, I get the appeal. I do. I understand
Oh,
why
no,
people like him. More power to you.
Yeah.
I don't. And I don't like being judged when I say I don't like Deadpool. And everyone's like, how can you not like Deadpool?
No, I get it.
How can you not like Deadpool? He's the
Yeah, I
greatest thing
definitely
ever.
Here's the thing. I think he was like one of those like offbeat superheroes that like he was like the hipster superhero, right? He was one of those
Yeah.
offbeat heroes that people are like, Deadpool's sweet, Deadpool's awesome. And then he like moved into the public eye and now everyone's like, I love Deadpool. Do you love Deadpool? I love Deadpool. And now you're like a social pariah if you go to a comic
don't like
convention, you
Deadpool.
don't like Deadpool. No, I get it. I think it's funny just because of how much he leans into like internet memes and stuff, and
True,
like
I get no. I
how
get
like
he's funny,
self-referential
but,
he is. Like he has there's like one comic where he stands there and talks about how Spider-Man reminds him of Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Like an entire conversation he has.
Don't
It's
get me wrong.
So great.
I love the comics and just all the bits from it, but I
Yeah.
don't like it enough. Like, I wasn't like, oh man, Deadpool movie, I gotta see it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh hey, Deadpool movie. If I see it, cool.
Oh, there's also one time where he talks to J. Jonah Jameson and he says he reminds him of who's the guy who played J.
I
Jonah
believe
Jameson?
in you. I believe in you. You can do this.
Oh, dang. I'm trying to remember his
What
name.
is his name?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
Yes.
Simmons, yeah. Oh, and there was
Also
also
so
one
close to J.J. Jameson.
Yeah.
he mentioned like Patrick Stewart in passing, and they were just like, who? And he's like, you know, the bald English guy that looks a lot like Professor X. And it was like spot on. It was great.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But I like Deadpool because like he is kind of that lowbrow humor and like punching the wall, and he has sort of become a meme. But at the same time, when he needs to be serious, he can be serious.
I've never
Like,
seen
any
it.
of the times that you see him with his daughter is like really heartwarming stuff, and it's like, yeah,
That's
Oh,
true.
in the comics,
but,
Person
yeah,
too.
but that never gets into the movie. That's the thing. Like in
Well,
the
yeah, that's
comics,
never gonna be
he,
in the
he can
movie.
have like some real serious moments, but that's not what the movies are about. It's all about
Movies are
like
just gonna be fun, over the top, fourth wall breaking action.
yeah.
yeah.
Like when Stan
that's
Lee
the
was the
movie.
DJ
But the
at a
comics, yeah,
strip
like the
club.
Well, that's just
Stanley in the teaser for Deadpool 2 ages ago before Logan came out, or as Logan came out.
Stan Lee's just in everything anyway, though. And that's
true.
what I love.
But yeah, you should definitely watch the trailer because it's Bob Ross Deadpool, and it's
Stan Lee's.
he
Stan
talks
Lee in
about
Thor
whacking
Ragnarok
it.
was
He talks about like whacking his brush, and he's just like, you know, he's doing that thing where he like hits the brush against the eel, but it's just like, oh god, I know what you're doing. He also talks a lot about how you should go enjoy nature, and nature is cocaine, and how much he
Yeah.
loves cocaine. I didn't
It's
change
good.
the title, by the way. We're still talking about Fantastic Beasts according to the title.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well,
that's
Deadpool is a fantastic beast.
That's
Or so
true.
I've been told.
much,
But also,
it's too much of an enjoy.
yeah, once you get on Hot Topic merchandise, you know that you're the poppiest of pop culture.
You know,
Yeah.
it's all downhill from there.
Okay, so Star Wars fans,
Something I can talk about.
Star Wars fans abound. Let's talk about Battlefront,
Get ready,
Battlefront 2, and how it's all pay to win. Ooh.
Well,
It's
can
less
I-
pay to win than
can
it
I-
was.
Yeah, can I
is.
direct the discussion here a little bit? Like
Yeah,
to,
sure.
to fill in the audience.
Yes.
So basically, there was like this week was kind of hilarious because it was like someone sat down and calculated how much it would cost if you were a free to play player, like how much time it would take to just kind of grind out everything, all the characters for Battlefront. and it was like 50,000. So I can't find the original article anymore, and it's making me mad. But it was like 60,000 credits for like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, and like 40,000 credits for like Leia and Chewbacca.
Mm-hmm.
And someone like calculated that it would take like 40 hours to unlock one hero if you're a free-to-play player. And that sent everybody into an outrage, and EA tweeted out, or no, they posted on Reddit some kind of like BS thing where they were like,
they did an AMA.
well, no, that this is before the AMA. This is what
okay.
they put. They posted on Reddit saying, as for the costs, we selected initial values based on data from the open beta and other adjustments. Among other things, we're looking at average player per credit, earn rates on daily basis. But we're making constant adjustments to ensure that players have challenges that are compelling and rewarding, and of course attainable via gameplay. We appreciate the candid feedback, blah, 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 blah. But
basically,
anyways,
the Reddit
like
post was just like, we want players to feel good and to have to earn it and to feel good about earning it.
Yeah. And it was the most downvoted Reddit
all
post of
time.
all time.
All time.
The very next day,
By a lot.
they reduced the cost of everything by like 97%.
75.
Was it?
Yeah, 75%.
75%.
But still,
Sorry.
it dropped from 60,000 credits to get Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader to 15,000 overnight.
Yeah.
And that's the highest. So actually, before to expand on this, before this all went down, there was no hero that you can get for less than 20,000 credits.
Yeah.
And then after this, there is no hero that costs more than 15,000 to get.
Yeah. So, and the other thing that me and Joe were talking about is, you know, for story mode, you should be able to unlock at least the story mode characters, like
That's
Inferno
not-
Squad.
It'd be cool, but it's not like, oh, they have to do that. I think
I mean,
it'd be
it would
cool
just make
to
sense
reward the
if you
players
beat-
for doing story mode.
Yeah,
maybe
if you
get-
beat
maybe you get
certain
a-
chapters,
Maybe
or
you get a
get
skin.
achievements.
Maybe you get
Yeah,
a skin if you beat it. I don't know.
or something.
I actually don't know. Like,
I don't know
maybe
either.
you do.
but
I don't
I
want
will
to.
find out. I will get the game eventually because I want that story mode, regardless of all the controversy that abounded.
I was looking at their AMA on Reddit.
yeah,
Like
it didn't go well from what I heard.
Everything was just being downvoted so heavily for no reason. Like, people are like, oh, EA downvoted, it's a meme.
Yeah.
No, they're actually trying to help and give you feedback and take your feedback to improve the game. You're like, downvote.
Yeah,
That is the one hard thing, because it's like, yeah, they can make some pretty sucky moves as a company, but you also have to be able to, like, tell them what you think is wrong. Although, to be fair, I
don't
did
just downvote it for the sake of downvoting.
Exactly.
right, but it
Give
was
constructive
there was
criticism.
only a small group of people who were downvoting, because there were also people on that AMA who were trying to give
yeah.
actual critiquing feedback.
Oh yeah, no, because someone's like, hey, how do you, like, based on the stuff we've seen, it'll take, if someone plays for like 2 hours a day, it'll take them 6 years to unlock all of the content. Don't you think it should be like more reasonable? And they're like, well, from our play testing, like internal testing stuff, we found it go much faster than, or like our data shows that it's actually much faster than that, but we're also looking to improve it to make the overall playing experience as good as possible. And so unlocking stuff feels good and you actually can do it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it comes down to, are they just giving us the like PR talk of like, oh yeah, we're going to totally fix this. This is going to be great. And it's like, or are they actually listening and they're going to implement it? It seems like they're going to implement changes because they already have before the game was even out.
Also, to answer a question in chat, if I'm understanding the question correctly, or the statement correctly, you actually unlock the heroes outside of multiplayer mode. So it's like, I think they give you like 75% of the heroes in the game, and then the other 25% of them, you have to earn credits in the game and then use those credits to unlock the character. Kind of like how you do it in League of Legends or Heroes of the Storm, where it's like you actually have to buy the heroes, and then...
And not everyone's playing as a hero either.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, most people are playing as basic stormtroopers or rebels, but like one person on each team is going to be like, okay, I
You enter the
earned
game-
the hero.
And
You enter the
that's
game as a grunt, and then you can pick up a card on the battlefield, if I remember from the first one correctly, that or not necessarily a card, like a power up that will turn you into the hero for a given amount of time.
well,
Either
and
it's when you
that's
die or after.
Usually
That's
based
the
on
other-
how well you're doing.
That's the other thing that's different though in this one. So they don't use tokens anymore to turn you into heroes. They use battle points. So it's like as you play the game, depending on how well you're
this is
doing, how many victories you have, how like well you're pushing, you get battle points, and then at some point during the game you can spend those battle points to do something like get a special vehicle or become a special class
Okay.
or become a hero character. But you can only have one of each hero on the field at a time. So if someone else has already picked Darth Maul, you cannot also be Darth Maul. You could be like
Until he
Boba Fett.
dies.
Yeah. You could be like Boba Fett
don't know
and
if you
Darth
have-
Maul.
I don't think you have multiple heroes though. I think it's just a few heroes per map.
Well, I remember at the
it might depend on the mode.
I remember at the E3 demo, they had Darth Maul and Boba Fett on field at the same time. So again, I'm
Okay.
not sure because I wasn't part of the beta,
don't
but
know.
I think it's one of like you can only have one of each character on the field at a time.
But
Yes,
what
no.
if you? But what if, like me, because you guys know how I am in Overwatch. But what if you suck?
Well, then you save up the battle. Like you're not getting those perks as often, but you save them between games, and ultimately, eventually, you'll be able to get something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You won't get them as often as players.
Little to
better,
never.
but you'll still get them. It's better than Call of Duty where you have score streaks and like you just have to get a certain score without dying, and then
yeah. But even in
Every
the
time
first
you
one,
die,
it
it
was
resets
like
it.
if you were fast enough to get to the token in time, then you were the hero.
yeah, but then
It
if
was a little
someone's
bit
just
fairer in that aspect.
well, but at the same time, if someone's just further away from the token, okay, well I'm not. That
Well,
guy.
yeah, but I mean, the token spawned like randomly all over the map. It wasn't
Yeah,
like
but
one
I'm-
token spawn point.
You're earning it, which is earning it is always better than random chance, even if it is like. You'll still get it.
I agree,
It'll
but I
just take
feel like
longer. You won't get it as often as a better
Yeah.
player. It's incentivizing you to play better and learn the game.
Yeah.
True.
The issue with the the loot box issue that they were having, the issue with that was the star cards. So one of the other mechanics in Battlefront 2, in case you guys weren't aware of what exactly the problem with the loot boxes were, originally the way the game worked is that there were these things called star cards, and the star cards gave you upgrades to those special things that you get with the battle points. So heroes, weapons, vehicles, you could make them better and unlock new abilities using these star cards. The problem was that the star cards were only available through the loot boxes. And
But
so,
no more.
yeah, no more, because now you can actually like get you can okay, it's a weird
You have to
system.
craft them with you buy them with credits,
Right.
basically now.
And you can buy loot boxes with credits. You could also buy them with crystals, which is the premium currency. Or you can use the third currency, which is crafting parts, which you get by opening loot boxes to upgrade existing cards into better cards. And you can't get the highest level of card in a loot box. You have to have crafting parts to turn one of your other cards into an epic card, which is the highest level of cards. I read it through because I recently wrote an article on it. It is still incredibly convoluted as a system, but it's not as pay to win as it used to be.
Blatantly pay to win.
Also, they changed it so you could only use star cards at certain levels, so it wasn't like people could immediately get into the game, buy a whole bunch of loot boxes,
Buy, like,
and just
4
wreck
million loot
house.
boxes. Mhm.
Yeah, you actually have to be like at a certain level before it will let you start applying star cards. So it's not like crazy.
Just real quick, while we're talking about Battlefront 2, can I shift the conversation to a sidebar?
Okay.
The other
Only
thing
if
on
it-
our
never
list.
mind.
So StarCraft 2 went free to play. And
Oh yeah.
the StarCraft Twitter,
It's just
savage.
savage.
It was savage. For
Yeah.
example,
Apply
number
cold
of-
water to burn.
number of hours it takes to earn the full StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty campaign, 0. Number of hours before you can play any co-op commander in StarCraft 2, 0. Number of pay-to-win mechanics in StarCraft 2, 0. Free play, now live.
Yeah, they wrecked house. They just
They did.
tore Battlefront a new one.
Oh man,
It was pretty funny.
It was great. I watched the whole thing unfold, and there's just people tweeting like, "Oh my god,
Yeah, it was quality.
savage!" Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that was it. That was it. I just wanted to sidebar to that.
Good old
Yeah,
Blizzard.
No.
Hey
Trying
guys,
to not
StarCraft 2's free to play now. Go play
StarCraft
that.
2.
good
free to
old
play
Blizzard
right now.
trying to deflect from the fact that they started loot boxes.
They didn't start loot boxes.
They might not have started it, but Overwatch made them pretty popular.
Overwatch did make them pretty popular.
And
But
then other people
Overwatch
took the
has
mechanic.
a good loot box system,
Okay,
though.
okay, but at the same time, if it hadn't been for Overwatch starting loot boxes, other companies probably wouldn't have taken that mechanic and driven it to the point of.
They wouldn't have been as popular. We wouldn't have seen them in as many things. But don't blame Blizzard because they did something right and everyone else decided to do it wrong.
All right,
That would be like blaming Marvel for Justice League.
Yeah. We can't blame Marvel for Justice League.
well, we could. It is an option.
Can't.
It's kind of like how you can blame World War II on the Industrial Revolution if you really wanted to.
You can blame everything on anything if you really wanted to.
All right, let's move on. So the next thing on the list.
PUBG!
Oh yeah, PUBG. It's introducing a vaulting mechanic.
Yeah.
That's
also
nifty.
Fog.
Also fog. But hasn't
Also
the fog
fog.
been around? Like, did they make
maybe
did they
it
make
was
the fog
particularly
thicker?
heavier? I think they did.
Well, they added like fog environments, so like the whole map will be foggy now. I
Yeah.
don't think that was in the game before. It's an older update than the vaulting, but it's still a pretty new addition.
Yeah, because I was
Like
gonna
last
say
few
I feel like
weeks,
I've been playing the fog maps
Yeah,
for
so-
like a month or so now, at least.
It
They
maybe
might have
a month
been, but
tops.
They might have
A month
just
tops.
enhanced it more or something. I don't know.
I
But
don't
it was
play
like really
PUBG,
foggy
so
the last time I played.
I'm not I don't really play it that much.
But yeah, vaulting. Vaulting looks pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't played. I heard it's like a little broken right now because like
Yeah, it's
Supposedly.
But that's only because no one's used to it yet, and everyone's kind of like just breaking the game with it.
right. And the thing is,
As they do.
Player Unknown himself.
You're given a toy, so you
He
break it immediately.
talked about it a bit. He basically just said the maps weren't really at least the current map
The map.
wasn't really built for vaulting, and so people can kind of get away with stuff.
That shouldn't be possible, like standing on the outside of a house.
Right. There was definitely this thing that I saw. It was a guy, he was standing on like an almost non-existent ledge above a staircase, just like waiting for people to walk up the stairs in a house and like Spider-Man shoot him out.
Spider-Man.
And so it's one of those things where it's like, it's a really cool mechanic. There's a lot of things that need fixed. There's
I did
a
that in
lot of
Overwatch
things that
once,
need
actually.
fixed in general
Yeah.
in PUBG right now that are not being
Yeah.
fixed.
And apparently, like from what I heard,
Game of
from-
the year, though. Game of the year, guys.
We'll get to
to
that in a
that.
second. But supposedly,
there.
from what I heard, they also tweaked I'm not sure if it was all the scopes, but definitely 8x scope is now variable.
That's good.
I don't
That
know.
incentivizes you to not carry 4 million scopes around at all times because, like, well, maybe I don't need the 8 times, right?
Yeah,
What do you mean very like you can zoom
Like,
in
you
and out
can
on it?
change it. You can,
you
zoom in
can.
and out.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's cool.
but that's unconfirmed because I couldn't find it in the one article where they were talking about the updates. Also, desert map.
Yeah,
like
they
for
showed off
desert
some
map?
new stuff for the desert
Is it out
map.
yet?
Just
Oh,
like,
they're
well,
showing it.
not yeah. I do think it might come to the desert soon. Question? Maybe. But I do know that they
think
showed off some
wanted
new
to
pictures
come
for
out with
it,
the full game.
Yeah. Yeah,
which
when the
is
full
definitely
game
going to be in
releases-
December. Wink, wink.
Yeah,
nudge,
right.
nudge.
What do you mean? It came out this year. Game of the year, guys.
Game in the air. Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah, it's
We'll get there.
it's great. No, but they have a draft of the new desert map right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever they did the vaulting update question, they showed off some new stuff for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Desert map. Whoa!
it'll be cool.
And supposedly an urban jungle later.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Because I hear that they want to release like 2 new maps with the game, and the other one's going to be like an urban jungle thing. So
Hopefully they like. I think it'd be cool if they kept adding new maps.
yeah,
Maybe.
I think
Yeah, not like they don't have to do it like, oh, we're releasing like 4 maps in a year. But like if they can do like one a year, one every other year. I mean, get the game running properly first.
yeah, just
Yeah.
fix
Don't
the
get
other
that.
stuff
Get the game
first,
off the
and
ground.
then
Fix everything else, but it'd be nice if
We-
they kept adding maps. So it's
We
not like,
love Russia, we do. We love it. But at the same time,
at the
why
same
does it
time,
gotta
it's
be
getting
Russia
better.
though? Why you stereotyping it as a Russian island?
Well,
it could
it's
be
definitely
Eastern European.
It's definitely Eastern European.
It could be the next Chernobyl. You don't know. You don't know. Anyway, next on the list.
next on the list. We were
Oh,
talking
the
about it earlier,
Amazon
we're talking
Lord
about
of the
it
Rings
now.
series.
Lord of the Rings.
Did we talk about it earlier?
We
yeah,
like
yeah,
mentioned
yeah,
it in
Harry
passing.
Potter.
So speaking of loot boxes and Shadow of War
Is ready for
and
the
Lord of the
young
Rings,
Shelob story?
Box hero.
ready for that
story of young
Shelob
Shelob?
story we all wanted and needed? How does she turn into
Tom
a
Bombadil all
seductress?
day, every day.
Tom Bombadil.
Look, I'm just saying, if there was like an episode that just focused on Tom Bombadil and trying to explain who he is and what and like what's going on with him, I'd be cool with that.
It's just Bjorn, and we'll
But
finally have the answer.
here's-
Does a werebear poop in the woods?
But here's the thing, though. Reading this article, and I also read like a different article. There seems to be question on whether or not Amazon actually did purchase the rights to the Silmarillion.
Well,
Some articles are saying yes, other articles are saying no. So like some people are like, yes, expect the Silmarillion, and others are like, no, don't expect the Silmarillion.
Okay, so-
well, I don't know.
Here's the only thing, though. Here's the only thing. If they didn't get the Silmarillion, how are they going to tell stories that aren't The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings?
Exactly.
Unless
But-
they're like they don't.
I don't know.
well,
I don't know
the
what they
going
intend to
thing
do.
Is that it's supposed to be where's the one quote?
It says
It says
according to
new
the-
storylines, but that could just be like stories that haven't been told in the movies yet, which is all the
That's fair.
Silmarillion.
But it also says it takes place
Amazon
before The Lord of
Studios
the
have
Rings.
exceptional ideas to bring to screen previously unexplored stories based on J.R.R. Tolkien's original writings.
Yeah.
So
Which
whatever
could
the
be-
heck that means.
That would include the Silmarillion, because
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
it was.
But I mean, like,
I mean,
Again,
not to
there's
say that
just
Polygon
questions.
did their research, but
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that Polygon did their research and knows what they're talking about.
And it also says that they own the television rights to the Silmarillion.
well, yeah. But I was saying I was reading another article that said that there's question on whether or not they actually do.
Yeah.
Some
How would
article-
they own it?
Here's the thing, though.
Some articles are saying they don't. Other articles are saying yes.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. It's so early in the process. It's kind of like, okay, this gets into another conversation that I have that I take issue with online news, which is people will start reporting news before they actually know what the news is, and that's not the correct way to do news. Like, make sure you know what story it is you're telling before you decide to tell a story. And I get that it's part of like online media and, you know, always like trying to be at the top of that Google search list, you know, getting those hits is to have the story out as fast as possible. But if you don't know what the story is, then don't write the story. Like, don't pass
Exactly.
out bad
But
information.
I gotta be first. I gotta get that information out there first.
Yeah.
If I don't do it first, someone else will. So I gotta do it.
Yeah, and that's just kind of the attitude, and it's sad. But I think I'm jazzed. I'm jazzed if
I'm excited.
it is the Silmarillion, and they're not just like making up bullshit stories that involve Shelob as a temptress.
Young Shelob. I want the Young Shelob story.
Shadow of War,
I only
the
want
Amazon
Shelob
Prime
to be
series.
more like that half human, half spider hybrid that I keep sharing in the dumpster.
Oh, you mean the horrifying thing that you put up right next to the
That I put up
Franken and
every
Bean
time.
animation or whatever that one's called? What is that one called? Like
The
really
Rankin Bass?
Rankin
the
Bass.
Rankin Bass, the really terrible one with a song about like being whipped. What was that one? Where there's a whip, there's a way, which is the worst 80s rock and roll song you've ever heard. Where there's a
Stop,
whip,
Noah!
there's
Noah,
a
stop.
way. Where there's a whip.
It's so good.
There's
It's
a
so
way.
awful,
Much going
but it's so
on.
good.
No one can listen to anything when multiple people are talking.
Okay,
I know.
For
To be
the
fair, no
chat,
one
if
needs.
you haven't seen the original animated Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Return of the
watch
King.
'em.
Watch all of them.
Don't do it.
No, do it. It's awful, but it's good at the
Yeah,
same time.
okay,
They're
watch
so
The Hobbit.
bad.
Decide if you want more after that.
Yeah. You won't.
But Return
For
of
the
King's the
record,
one
you
that
won't.
has the
But
awesome where there's a whip, there's a way.
and then
Because the orcs don't want to go to war?
Although
yeah,
the Ralph
and
Bakshi
the
version
orcs
of
look
Lord
like
of
the
Rings is
most
pretty good critically.
unwar ready orcs you have ever seen in your life. They're
Yeah.
I
just
feel like all the orcs
hunched
are just
over
gonna walk
and
in-
sad.
Oh dear, I don't want to go to war. Oh no.
Oh my
They'll have like the
goodness.
droopy dog voice. They need the droopy dog.
See, so you know how terrible the Rankin Bass ones are. You've experienced it yourself.
Yeah.
Where there's a whip.
God, it's so bad. And Smaug looks like a cat for some reason.
Smaug
knows?
is a cat person.
Smaug's a cat.
With like
Anyway.
weird gnarled teeth that don't line
Smaug's-
up.
Smells like a weird cat dragon. No explanation.
Cat dragon.
Anyway, but no, if Amazon Prime does do the Silmarillion, it'll be super cool. Although they'll probably go like HBO with it and make it like super sexy for no apparent reason.
Hey, as long as Shelob's not sexy, I don't
As
really
long
care.
as there's no sexy
No,
shit.
This is the Silmarillion. It'll be Shelob's mom,
Oh,
whose name I can't think of right now, but I'll Google while you guys
Mrs.
vamp.
Shelob's mom.
No,
Mama
she was like
Shelob.
the dark
Mama
spirit
Mom.
who like lived in the south of Amon. Who I could tell you like her story, Ungalant. Yeah,
It
Tell her
doesn't-
her heritage.
doesn't
tell us her
matter.
Heritage and lineage.
doesn't-
and all.
It
But you
doesn't
can't
matter.
tell us.
it matters to me that I know
They are
the
real
story.
to me.
All right, is that all we have on that then?
The
I
only other
think-
thing was, and I can't really get like a good handle on it from this article, but I guess they're working with New Line Cinema on the television show.
All right.
Is New Line Cinema the people
Who did the original?
responsible? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Who did the
were
Rankin
production
Bass
company.
version?
Oh my god. It's like half live action, half animated.
Only the orcs are animated.
Only the orcs are animated.
Everything else live action, but it's the Rankin Bass orcs.
Perfect. Oh my god. Sign me up.
And they're like shorter than humans by like a lot for some reason.
Yeah, they're like
the
half
same
the size
height
of
as
people,
Hobbits.
and they're supposed to be like
Yeah.
the horrifying army of
They're
Mordor,
like
and it's like
slightly taller than hobbits.
Yeah,
But,
slightly
yeah.
taller, but a hobbit can still
Yeah.
fit in their armor comfortably.
Evidently, yeah.
Evidently,
And be mistaken
orcs can
for
be
an orc.
mistaken for
can
them.
be mistaken for hobbits. It's
Yeah.
it's whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
so
there
no,
was,
New
like-
Line was the production company for the original Lord of the Rings and Hobbit films.
I want to talk more about
Oh,
like,
and the
just
Hobbit
where there's a
films?
whip segment. Because it ends with them like meeting a human army at a. No, we're leading our people to war. We're going first because we're humans. And it's like, aren't you supposed to be like at war with each other? Why aren't you?
Yeah,
Like,
that's right. The entire thing ends with them at a
don't you
fork in
know
the road.
they're the men that are going to war for Mordor.
Yeah, because they're
There
both
were
marching for the
men
same
in
direction.
Oh,
they're
that would
they're
make sense.
they're reaching the Y
And they
coming
all
from the
have
same
the
road.
Mordor symbol on their
Here's the
armor.
thing. I
Yeah,
didn't
that
watch
that like
Rankin- I never
that
actually
like
watched it.
Weird insignia.
Yeah, but he's like,
it-
humans go before orcs, and then Samwise is like, I got this, Frodo. Pops his
Wikipedia
goggles
doesn't
in.
know what it's talking about, Mary.
You gonna take that? And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, no, fight them. Orcs go first.
Wikipedia doesn't know what it's about. Okay,
It's
Wikipedia is
50-50.
wrong.
Humans
but no,
go first.
It reminds
They're
me
good
of
moments, they're also really
oh,
bad.
what's it called? Help me out here. Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
It's what Impa is. Sheikah.
Gerudo.
It makes me think of the Sheikah eye. The Sheikah eye. That's what
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
looks like in Rankin Bass. It's like an eye with like weird eyeshadow on. Like,
And the Witch King of Angmar, that's like the Invisible Man, but with burning red eyes.
yeah. It's
That's the
so
best one.
it's so
And like just a very generic crown. Yeah.
yeah, as
is
it should have
50-50.
lost to Star Wars, for the record.
I mean, it's
Look.
still one word, but
I'm not saying it was like bad in the 70s. I'm
Well-
saying that it's terrible
Oh, wait.
now.
let's just also talk about how 70s the music is.
Yeah.
It is so 70. I love it. It's
But
like-
it had
it's
Leonard
got, like-
Nimoy as Gandalf, which
It's got
is
that like,
great.
it's got that, like,
Bilbo.
kinda, like- it's got that like electric guitar vibe going on through the soundtrack.
There's just one song that's just like Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, and it's Leonard Nimoy. It's hilarious.
All right. Let's
Yeah, let's
wrap it
All
together.
right.
Let's bring it together. Focus in on the next super big news article. It's going to take so long to talk about. Today is WoW's 13th anniversary. Okay, moving on.
Yep.
That's it. They do an event. They do it every year. It's cool. It's fun. But it's the
Yeah,
13th
but that's
anniversary.
cool.
That
They've
game's
been
13
going.
years old. Yeah,
It is.
For that long,
That's it, though.
especially
It's not
for
really-
for like an online game like it is, because it's like one of the original like it's
the
not
one that really,
the
it really
original.
shook. Yeah,
Yeah, but
it
like
was groundbreaking when it came out, though. 'cause
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
the first one that was like, oh wait,
3D
like, you don't
and like actually.
no, because EverQuest was 3D.
Oh, that's
But
right.
like it came out and it was like, oh wow, I can actually like play this by myself if I don't need 5 other people with me at all times to enjoy this game.
Yeah.
And like it was cool. It was like a lot more friendly to new players than a lot of those other MMOs. Like, oh, you died, you lost all your stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
but you know, World of
Yeah,
Warcraft, it's
that's
been
it.
around for a very long time. It's outlasted
13
several of the games that have been
They've
around.
been like, we're WoW killers. We're gonna take it down. It's like, no,
Nope.
where's Rift now?
Does anyone remember
What happened to
Pirates of the
RuneScape?
Caribbean Online?
Is RuneScape still a thing?
RuneScape is still a thing.
Is it really?
It really is. People still play it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but Pirates of the
don't.
Caribbean Online though.
That was a
that
dope
lasted like what,
game.
a week?
That was
Oh, shots
No.
fired.
That
Oh no,
was
that's just how long my free
years.
trial lasted before I stopped.
yeah. I still have the little flag from being a paid subscriber. They sent out like a little like tiny pirate flag with.
Well, they had to give you something.
Not
You
that
paid for
Outlast.
game.
I'm not about that Outlast. I know which one you think, but no, I'm not about that game. I'm not about horror games in general.
Is
for the
there a
record,
reason
but-
your room just went dark, Janky?
What?
Has
Oh, the
has your
room
been
behind
like
me?
this whole time? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because clouds and the fact that
Oh,
my
you-
lighting is an
yeah.
open window,
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
and the
Lighting's
sun
an
is
open-
setting.
I love how
And
I
the
love
room's
how you can
darkened.
tell.
And,
I love how you can tell Noah has a ceiling fan.
what do you
It's
mean?
just
I don't know what
noticed
you're talking
I
about.
just noticed it. I'm never gonna not notice. Bother me forever.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did
Yep,
you just
starting to
turn it
stop.
off?
It's starting to slow down.
No.
Slowing down a little bit. Okay.
Anyway, wow, 13th anniversary, cool stuff. All right,
Wow.
Spider-Man,
let's move
great
on.
game.
13th anniversary. Wow. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
Great game.
great game.
Star Wars.
Hey,
Live
speaking
Speaking
of great
being a
games,
game.
The Game Awards are coming
of
up.
the year.
Okay, well, should we start with Game of the Year? We should start with Game of the Year.
I mean, that's the first one on the list, so we might as
Okay,
well,
yeah, I mean-
and then work our way
All right,
down.
All right. So,
Joe, in your
I'm gonna-
best announcer voice.
I was gonna say, these are your nominees for Game of the Year. To recognize a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields.
I'm totally going to be voting as we're going through this.
Do it.
I am.
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Persona 5, Horizon Zero Dawn. So yeah, we got those are our options. These are anyway. Yeah, the Games Awards are coming up, guys.
Yeah.
People are voting. They're having people vote now.
Oh yeah, so these are all things that you can actually go vote on right now. If
I
you
will.
want to.
I'll share a link in chat right now.
Are you allowed to share a link in chat?
Yeah, he's a moderator.
I'm
so
a
he
mod.
can.
I can do what I want.
Oh,
I do what I
pardon
want.
me.
I do
Right?
what I want.
It's weird.
Trusted you more.
It's weird that PUBG is on the list, right? We were talking about this the other day. So
It's not
PUBG
out.
is in early access. Yeah, it's
Not
not out yet. So it's like,
Yeah.
why is that nominated for Game of the Year? Here's the thing: I don't think it's going to win, but it's just
I don't think it's
hilarious.
gonna win
that-
either. But against Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey, it's the only other one that has a chance here.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
No.
Persona 5, great game. Great game. A lot of people did like it. It's not as popular as
Not
those
going to
others.
win against those three.
I
Horizon
do-
Zero
Dawn,
Dawn,
not
also
gonna win
great.
against those three.
Beautiful game. Fantastic. I love it.
I honestly think
It's not
though
gonna
that
be-
Persona
gonna be-
5 would have a better chance
Then
against
PUBG, the most
Zelda.
popular game like ever that had like
No,
3 million concurrent players.
But like game of the year, like I get that this
People
is
are
a
gonna
popular.
vote with their hearts.
I get that it's a popularity contest, but Persona 5 was like a story that everyone was just like, this story, this narrative is like something.
I need to buy it. I just remembered I have a PlayStation 4 and can actually play that game, so I need
Then play
to.
it. Yeah.
I'm broke.
And I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn, I know we were talking about it the other day. It has a really awesome story too. It's got like a really awesome narrative arc to it. But we were also talking about how like it's not really that innovative as a game.
Oh well, no, we're not too innovative yet. That's next.
Oh, okay. That's the next one. But anyway, yeah, I would
No,
say
best
probably
directions next.
one of the Nintendo games are going to win this.
Anyway, yeah. What are all of our votes for Game of the Year?
I would
voted
have to
for-
check. Let me
I
see.
chose Mario Odyssey.
I
I
chose
voted for
Breath of
Player
the
Unknowns
Wild.
because that's the only one I play.
You're what's
I
wrong
had
with the gaming industry, Noah?
If I had a Switch and I played Legend of Zelda or Super Mario Odyssey,
I'm
I
saying
would totally vote for those.
I've
Or
only
you
played
could have
PlayerUnknown's
just-
Battlegrounds, but I voted for Super Mario Odyssey because I think it's a fantastic game from what I've seen.
And
from
it's
the
also
little bit I
out.
played at the demo,
And it's also out.
That is true. Yeah,
It's an
it is
actual
and it's
game.
also been released.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
All right, best direction.
Best Direction. So the next one is Best Game Direction, awarded to a game studio for outstanding creative vision and innovation, game direction, and design. We have Wolfenstein 2, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Horizon Zero Dawn.
Now, since I'm not attached to any of them on this one, I voted for Super Mario Odyssey.
So the thing about this one, Joe and I were talking about the other day, which is none of these games are really what you'd call innovative, but they're
Well,
innovative for the series that they're in.
Or there's, well, not even so much Wolfenstein, though. Wolfenstein is still
No, I
very
don't.
much.
Yeah, I think Wolfenstein is pretty much what Wolfenstein is, but like Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild deviated wildly from what previous Legend of Zelda games were. Yeah, I didn't mean to, but yeah, that happened. And Resident Evil 7 like changed a
Sometimes
lot.
your words
from...
have pun intended consequences.
Yeah, I know. Oh God, stop it! Stop what you're doing.
Next week on the podcast, Joe will be replaced by a second pop culture kitten.
At least make it pop culture red panda.
But yeah, Resident Evil 7 was a lot different from the other Resident Evil games. Although that's not really that hard because almost every Resident Evil is different from the Resident Evil before. That's like the first one was
But this
just
is
like
the first
all
one that was,
fixed
like, first
backgrounds
person.
walking around.
But this is the first person
yeah.
one, and it was
Yeah.
like a big deal.
Chat was pointing out. What about Life is Strange? It was Life is Strange anywhere on this list?
Yeah,
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get
Calm
there.
down.
Okay. I just
Okay, one
I
thing at a
recall
time.
from last night.
One thing at a time.
Anyways. Yeah.
And Super Mario Odyssey, like a lot of people
Well, it
consider
had the
that.
hat mechanic, which is like very. Do you
Right.
know about like Cappy and what he does? Because like you
Yeah.
can throw your hat on stuff and be that. You can be a T-Rex,
Yeah,
and it's a T-Rex with a little tiny Mario hat and a tiny Mario mustache, and it's the greatest thing ever.
it is pretty great.
But it's like a photorealistic T-Rex with a little tiny cartoon Mario. Sorry.
It's great.
It's so
Well, plus
funny.
like New Donk City has the like photorealistic people, and you're just like,
We're like way
Why?
taller than Mario. We're like
yeah,
actually
but then,
giants.
But then
'cause
Pauline, like even though she's the size of the other people in the city, she's like cartoon
Cartoony
Mario
in Mario.
proportions. So it's like,
voiced by Kate Higgins.
what is up with that? Why are like the people actually people, and then whatever. Anyway,
I don't know. Why are they all from like the PlayStation 2 era?
oh, and then there's also the Nintendog. Did you see the Nintendog? Mm-hmm. In the desert world, there's like a little
It's
chibi
got like a
puppy.
fedora.
Yeah. It's got
Dog
like
in a
an
fedora.
adventure fedora. Oh my god,
Uh-huh.
it's delightful.
But
yeah.
Anyway, of these games, the best game direction, which is like the biggest innovation in a game in this year, I think we kind of decided on Breath of the Wild. Was sort of where we both landed. That's fair too.
I actually
Did you
okay.
go for
Here's the
Horizon
thing.
Zero Dawn?
I voted for Horizon Zero Dawn. The reason being, I thought it had
the robot
the best.
dinosaurs? The robot
No, I
dinosaurs.
thought. Well, yeah, the robot dinosaurs are cool,
Robot
but it had a really good
dinosaurs.
narrative arc, and I feel like if we're going for direction, I feel like the direction shows in the narrative, and I think that
Okay.
of these stories, Horizon Zero Dawn had a really solid narrative to the story, so that's why I voted.
That's
for that
fair.
one.
That's fair, but that's also the next section, which is best narrative.
Okay, look,
Look,
I maybe
real
also
quick,
voted
real
for
quick,
Horizon Zero Dawn on that
real
one
quick,
too.
Real quick, Noah voted for PUBG because he's like, oh, none of these games are innovative or different. It's like, that's the next segment. I voted for Horizon Zero Dawn because it had a great narrative. That's the next segment. Suppose
Look.
this time you're going to choose a game based on its art direction?
No, I chose Horizon Zero Dawn again.
Well, that's fair, though. That game was beautiful. Anyway,
Oh no, not for art direction, but for best narrative. I
Yeah.
chose Horizon Zero Dawn.
anyway, so yeah, you liked Horizon Zero Dawn. Noah picked Mario out of guilt. And I don't remember what I actually voted for. I think I voted for Breath of I think you told me I
We
was
should have
voting
just
for Breath of
voted
the Wild.
together now.
Oh, whatever. I wanna
Anyway,
do it
here's the
last night.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to read best narrative, Joe.
Yeah. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. We have What Remains of Edith Finch, Nier Automata, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Wolfenstein 2,
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein 2, and Horizon Zero Dawn. All right, I've announced all the names.
Okay.
If Horizon Zero Dawn had a sequel, would it be Horizon One Dawn?
No.
No, it'd be Horizon Zero Midday.
It'd be called Horizon Zero Dawn: The Frozen Wilds. Just kidding, that's DLC.
Horizon Zero Dawn, the frozener wilderness.
Frozener Wilds. Oh my god.
The frozener wild.
Wilderness.
Yep.
Good.
Yep, even worse. Anyway, I
Anyway.
didn't actually vote for any of these because I'm not familiar with any of the narratives, and I'm not going to vote for something I have no in.
Janky swayed my vote for Horizon Zero Dawn, even though I.
You don't know the plots
You
of any
don't
of
know
these
the
games.
plot? Look, Hellblade also has a really solid plot to it,
So is
it's
What Remains of
weird.
Edith Finch.
but it's solid. Yeah, so is What Remains of Edith Finch. Although I didn't play What Remains of Edith Finch. I did play
No,
Hellblade.
Although
It was cool.
Wolfenstein 2 is topical.
Yeah, well, it's topical, but also it's the Wolfenstein plot. Kill Nazis.
Yeah.
That's the plot of Wolfenstein,
Yeah.
which apparently is a controversial opinion to have these days, which is
let's
silly. But
move on
we'll,
with our lives.
yeah, I know. We'll skip past
We're
it.
not
but
getting
still.
political here. Anyways, next one.
Next category is Best Art Direction for outstanding creative and/or technical achievement in artistic design and animation.
PUBG.
We have Destiny 2, Cuphead, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Persona 5, and Horizon Zero Dawn.
I'm torn between Cuphead and Legend of Zelda.
Cuphead. I
Yeah,
gotta give it to
Cuphead.
Cuphead. Here's
Hands
why I gave it to
down.
Cuphead. That was all hand-drawn animation, which has
That's-
never been done in a video game before.
That's true. That's
I mean,
where my
here's the
vote was
thing.
leaning, but also
Like-
Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda is beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
It's beautiful,
But it's
yeah.
cell shaded. It's something that Nintendo has done before.
It's something Legend of Zelda has done before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass.
Skyward Sword.
And
Yeah,
Skyward Sword,
Skyward.
yeah. And so it's not that I don't like. I love that art style. Don't get me wrong, and it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
no, I'm just-
But it's something that I've seen
Yeah.
it before.
And Horizon Zero Dawn was beautiful and just like fully utilized the like hardware we have today.
Cinematic,
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh yeah, it was good.
But
And
what
Persona
about
5
Destiny
is
2?
beautiful anime. But it's
Beautiful anime.
good. Destiny 2 is kind of the weird one here
Beautiful
because it's
anime.
kind of like I don't know. Destiny 2 is just kind of
Don't you think that those
Boring.
shaders are beautiful, Joe? The shaders
all four,
that you
all two of them. Yeah.
that you get in packs of 2, even though you
All
need
2 of
3 to
them.
color your armor, because that makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
it's fine. No, it's
No,
it's
I
fine.
don't think Destiny 2 really belongs on this list. Not with these other ones. Not with the other four here. The other four here are so good that Destiny 2 is just like doesn't stand a chance.
But no, Cup. I definitely vote for Cuphead
My vote
on this
went to
one
Cuphead.
because I was just like,
because
it's so unique and it's
and
like,
it started like a revolution. Now everyone's like, oh my god, everyone loves that old look,
Yeah.
and sadly, it's gonna beat it to death and be terrible in the long run.
Yeah.
oh no, like
But
I
even
don't
look-
like
okay.
Studio MDHR, who made Cuphead. They did say that they want to make a Cuphead 2, which would be super cool. But just to like the amount of effort it would take for anyone else to try to do that art style, like you know that
Well,
people
a lot
who
of
try to
people are
copy that
doing it.
game
They're not hand drawing it, but they're doing the like,
but that's
Call
the
of
thing,
Duty
though.
World War II is full of it.
But I mean, that's the thing, though, right? It's like you're not putting nearly as much time as Studio MDHR
you
put
can-
into
you
it,
can
and so it's
see-
going to look not
Feel
nearly as
how
good.
it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved Cuphead for its just
Absolutely.
beautiful everything. It was so good. But so are all the other games here too, except Destiny 2.
Weird one out, admittedly.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
best
Best
Score.
score / music.
yes.
For outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
We have Destiny 2, Cuphead, Nier Automata, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Persona 5.
Okay,
I'm
so
not gonna lie. I voted for Super Mario because the opening song.
Same.
Jump Up Superstar.
Jump Up Superstar. It's too good.
It is. Like I'll give you
and
that.
the rest of the music is just as beautiful.
Really, Nintendo does a really good job with all of their music. Like video game
Like, the
music is
orchestral stuff,
really good.
It's come a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Breath of the Wild, beautiful orchestral music. Like straight
Yes.
up amazing. And I've actually listened to some of the Persona 5 soundtrack. That's sweet too. It's like some
Oh,
like
yeah.
J-pop awesomeness. It's
Yeah.
it's like smooth and it's great and I love it. I
I've
still
heard
voted
a
for
little
Cuphead.
Nier Automata. I've heard a little Nier Automata, and it's pretty good. It's good. I love it.
Cuphead has that great old timey sound. It's
yeah.
good. It's nostalgic. It's whatever.
And I personally am totally a sucker for like 30s, 40s jazz. So
Yes.
like Cuphead all the way for me.
Mr. King
Yes.
Nice.
I'm the gamest guy around. And it's
Yeah,
just
that
like,
alone
yeah.
is a reason to vote for Cuphead.
Every time I walked into the Die House, I'm just like, let me just sit here and like take in this song.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And then you just kind of like squat in time, so it's
Yeah. And they're all just like bouncing in time to the music. Like
Yeah.
solid stuff. Solid
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
on that.
no, yeah. I gotta give some credit to Cuphead, but I'd also voted Super Mario Odyssey because Jump Up Superstar is just it's too good.
Yeah.
It's too good for me to not vote for it. Yeah,
Fair
Destiny
All
2.
right.
Again, I'm not gonna just diss Destiny 2 because Bungie makes a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be that big epic like orchestral stuff, and probably I don't know. I haven't really played Destiny much.
Here's
But
the thing.
Halo had great soundtracks, so surely Destiny would also.
I kind of feel like the Game Awards were just trying to find categories to plug Destiny 2 into,
So you could be like,
Yeah.
just so that it was
that's gonna be
there.
really apparent with the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best audio design. Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Where your choices are Destiny 2, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Super Mario Odyssey. Also, this is a new category that wasn't there last.
Oh, really?
Well, I've yet to vote on it.
That's cool.
I feel
Oh,
like I
no.
would've voted on it.
This was here before because I voted on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would. I don't really have much experience with any of these games. Mario always has great sound design of just like getting
Yeah.
the, hop, hop.
So is Legend of Zelda for the
All
same
the nice
reason. Just a one for that. I can tell you.
I'd probably give it to Resident Evil though. That game uses sound in a whole new way.
Because
My-
you see, with horror games, like they have to take into effect all.
That doesn't
the...
mean you.
Right,
that doesn't
but
mean
that
you
also
can't
means
do
they
it.
have to have really good audio design. to be
yeah.
able to like use it effectively. I actually went for
Yeah, that's
Hellblade.
that's
on
where I
this.
was going with that. They need to be able to like immerse
That's
you
why-
into everything.
And that's
going on.
why
So
I
that's
gotta vote
where
for
I'm
them.
leaning for Resident Evil 7 as opposed to any.
I went for Hellblade because that game is almost entirely based on sound design. Like, because
Oh.
the entire premise of it is the voices in your head, and so
Ah.
it's like listening to ASMR because all of the voices they like move around you, like it's like separate
Dang.
in the headphones. So like
I wish
all the
I hadn't voted
voices.
already, though.
They're coming like closer and farther away, and you hear like whispers, like people telling you, "She can't do it. Yes, she can. They're coming for you. They're coming. They're coming. Harriet." Like it's
Oh man, now
like beautiful
Never mind.
audio design.
all right. Yeah, no, that's fair then. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Our
I already
next
cast my vote
category:
for Resident Evil.
Best Performance, awarded to an individual for voice acting and/or performance capture.
Yep.
We have Melina Juergens from Hellblade as Senua.
Mm-hmm.
Laura Bailey from Uncharted: The Lost Legacy as Nadine Ross. Claudia Black from Uncharted: The Lost Legacy as Chloe Frazier. Brian Bloom from Wolfenstein 2 as BJ Blazkowicz. Or Ashley Birch from Horizon Zero Dawn as Aloy.
Can I say I have a slight problem with this whole thing?
Why?
In that they included like Uncharted Lost Legacy, which is effectively like a standalone DLC, but they didn't do that for Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which also came out this year.
But none of that was new. That was all old stuff.
It also wasn't
Except for
motion
P
capture.
and 0.2.
That's fair. But at
It
the
wasn't
same
motion
time,
capture,
I
but it was still
don't-
voice acting, which
I
is
don't
goes for as
feel
well.
like those performances were as good as these.
Oh, please. Well, I mean, maybe, but okay. But
I'm
Ray
not
Chase,
saying they were bad.
Master
I'm
of
saying they're
Masters.
not. They don't match this.
Ray Chase is a Master of Masters.
I feel like that's a lot of good writing too, though. That's not just
Yeah.
performance.
That's also really good writing.
So
but
here's the
also-
thing with this one. Hellblade, that performance was really awesome, but that's also because they were using really good capture software. So like whenever it got like up close into their faces,
that still
like,
counts.
It was
though.
really good.
It still counts.
Yeah, no. Like they did an amazing job. Like she did an amazing job as Senwa. I dig it. Still though, I voted for Ashley Birch.
Just because it's
because-
Ashley Birch.
Yeah, just because Ashley Birch and she plays like all my favorite characters.
Well, and she did do a great job as Aloy too. So it's not
She did.
undeserved.
Yeah.
She did. She earned you that vote, regardless.
See, and I agree, chat, that game should win for audio. That was my vote, but anyway. But yeah, so for this one, I went with Ashley Birch because I think she did an awesome job. I think she does an awesome job with a lot of stuff she does.
I'm
But
torn on
everyone
the
here
Bailey
did
or
awesome.
Claudia Black.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Like,
torn
I
on the
didn't-
two from Lost Legacy.
I didn't actually
Yeah.
play Lost Legacy, but just from knowing them from other games,
Yeah.
that's how I determined my vote. Like I haven't played any of these games, but I've seen most of them.
Yeah.
So
I went with Claudia Black as Chloe.
all right. So
So,
Next
here we
one.
go. Games
for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a profound pro-social meaning or message, we have Please Knock on My Door,
Oh, hey. Yeah, there.
Night in the Woods,
Night in the Woods.
Life is Strange Before the Storm, Bury Me, My Love, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
So
Not
these
gonna
are
lie,
like
I
the stories that
instinctively
are
voted
just
for
like
Life is Strange.
it's good stuff. Okay, you guys talk. I will be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I haven't played any of these except for I haven't played any of them, but I've seen Night in the Woods, and I know Life is Strange, the original. I've been avoiding Before the Storm because I haven't decided if I want to play it or just watch it. But yeah, I instinctively voted for Life is Strange, so I don't know anything about Please Knock on My Door, Bury Me, What Remains of You. No, Janky was talking about
Jakey
Edith
left
Finch
us
the
at the
other night.
worst time.
Yeah,
We have
Jakey,
nothing
come
to talk
back.
about. I've only experienced one of these games.
Yeah.
I voted for Night in the Woods because it's the one I knew. So
Yeah.
I'm not doing the thing you
And
did
Night in the
earlier.
Woods does have really good social impact
Yeah.
too. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it's
no. That's
the
why
death of small town America,
yeah, among other things.
among other things. But that's kind of like the main driving force.
Yeah,
for
that's the
everything
main
else
driving
is,
force
yeah.
of the game. But the game just does so much.
Yeah.
Like, it covers so many things. That's why I'm like, I gotta give it to Night in the Woods. Like, I don't know these other games. Maybe they do it too. Maybe they do it better.
Yeah.
But I know Night in the Woods. I'm gonna go with it. I feel bad because I gave you crap for doing that with PUBG and Game of the Year. But that's Game of the Year.
But that's Game of the Year. I'm What's Wrong with Gaming Culture.
You're what's wrong
Let's
with
throw it
the
over to
gaming
chat.
culture
Chat, what do you
nowadays.
guys think? Do you guys know of any of these other games? Please knock on my door. What Remains of Edith Finch, Barry My Love.
I'm just
Hellblade:
seeing- I'm
Senua's
just seeing-
Sacrifice is another one that I've heard of and I've seen things of, and Jakey's been talking about it.
I'm only seeing Life is Strange. They're just like, Life is Strange.
Yeah. Life is Strange made me cry. Yeah. But I mean, Jakey left us at the worst time, but
It's
we
the
gotta
worst
move on.
time. It's the worst moment. Why did he leave us now? Should we? And do we move on without him? I guess we. Can
I
move
don't
on.
know.
We
Should
can backtrack.
sidebar?
Yeah,
we can sidebar.
We'll move on and backtrack. All right. The next section is best ongoing game. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content, player experience over time. We have Warframe, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, Grand Theft Auto Online, Destiny 2, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
I think it's hilarious that PUBG is on for best ongoing game because it's
It's not out! It hasn't been released!
It's on
Whatever.
ongoing.
Oh, hey, he's
okay,
back.
all right,
I
he's
just
back.
want you to
He's
know,
back.
I heard you yelling from across the room while I was taking
you
my
left at
phone
the
You
call.
worst
left us for games.
You
for
left at the worst
only know
time.
two of them, technically one of them.
What was the argument for Games for Impacts?
There wasn't an argument because we don't know
We don't
anything.
know anything.
Yeah. I voted
Oh,
for Night in the Woods because it's the one I was familiar with.
All we did
I'm
was talk
sorry.
about Life is
Okay,
Strange and Night in the Woods.
sorry. Life is Strange
you
Before
know
the
anything
Storm is the beautiful story of Chloe and Rachel Amber.
Yeah.
I only watched episode 1 of it, but it's got like some good build to it. Like they did a really good job, even though it's a different studio than who made Life is Strange. They definitely like captured it. And the nice thing too is that even though it's a different voice actress, Ashley Birch was a consultant on the game. So even though she was like out of voice acting for it because
Yeah,
of
she wasn't voicing it. Right?
yeah, because she was
Because
part
of
of
the
the strike. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she definitely was involved in the process, and so yeah, like that was a really good game. And Hellblade, a lot of people lauded that as a game that was like, this is a great game to try to help people like understand mental disorders and like what goes on with people with like psychotic breaks and stuff. And
Okay.
I've also heard people write like from the perspective of, well, this is one very specific type of psychotic break, and it doesn't really accurately describe everyone's experience. But at the same time, a lot of people are just like, well, at least it's like some kind of experience to like help
Yeah.
other people try to understand, even if it's not like exactly what it is. So I've heard a lot of like really interesting conversations about it. So it's cool that it at least gets people talking about it. What Remains of Edith Finch is just like sad. It's just so sad. And of course, Night in the Woods is sweet. Like, I really enjoyed Night in the Woods just because like being
You
from a small
relate with
town.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like we're all from a small town, right? Or at least at some point, everyone feels.
I don't
that
think
they're-
Noah is.
I think I've always been the city boy.
Okay, fair enough.
You
But
city slicker.
but at the
I'm
same time,
that-
I feel like a lot of people
I'm
can.
that rich city slicker, even though I'm broke as hell.
I feel like a lot of people can relate to that sort of narrative
yeah.
of feeling
Oh,
like
yeah.
trapped in a place and you want to leave but you don't know how, and just like everyone's kind of like,
I'm gonna be real. I specifically didn't play the game, and I didn't finish watching you play because I'm like, this is gonna get too real for me. It's gonna get
Yeah.
too. I'm gonna relate too much to this game.
Yeah, it
was a
got
bit
kind of like
much.
meta and surreal and weird at the end with some stuff that never got explained. Although they are releasing, like we said
The
last
definitive
week,
edition.
The Weird Autumn edition, which will add more to the game.
Yeah.
But
then,
then a lot of people
do-
said it doesn't really matter that the surreal stuff didn't really get a good closure because that wasn't really
wasn't
what
the
the game is about.
Yeah.
Because it was like the surreal stuff was sort of just like a metaphor for the feelings that the characters were having,
Yeah.
which is true.
And then we also have Please Knock on My Door and Bury Me, My Love. Do you know anything about those?
I think I know a little about Bury Me, My Love. I think that that's about, I want to say it's either about hikers or settlers, but let me look it up right now.
Looking at only the picture, I could have guessed that much.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like it's kind of an Oregon Trail thing, but it also
Yeah,
tells
we
it
don't
all.
need to go over it, but
It also tells the story entirely through text message. So it's kind of like there's another game that did that really well recently. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Like someone's not here or someone is away. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
yeah.
Like
I
Sarah
know
is
the-
away or something like that.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the entire story is told through text message. Civil War in Syria by fleeing to Europe. So it's like the story of refugees told through text message. Which is
Oh,
really
okay.
interesting.
Oh, it was Emily is Away.
Emily is away. Yes, that was the one I was
Thank
thinking
you,
of.
chat.
Yes, thank you. But yeah,
Okay. So, what was your vote for Games for Impact then, Janky? Because we didn't actually get to hear yours.
my vote was for Night in the Woods. Mostly because it was the one that I played, although I did play Hellblade 2. But I just felt connected to Night in the Woods. I felt like it really resonated with me as a story. So I went with Night in the Woods. Plus, sometimes
Alright,
it just
but-
gets weird. Like the characters, I'm just like, this is my friend group. Like
Yeah, it's
weird
like I
people
know this guy.
stuck in a small town. Just like this is like the people I
It's
know.
like I know a Greg.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We all know a Greg.
We all know a Greg. Whether or not he actually commits crimes or not, we all know a Greg.
But you always know someone who like tries to goad you into like doing things. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're just like, I'm
yeah,
not
but
sure.
like it's
We
like
should.
I don't know if we should do this. Nick is that friend for me.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
everyone has that B in their life who's just like really serious and trying to be adult about things, and you're just like. But no,
Actually, I don't
it's-
have that person. None of my friends are trying to be adults.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But
No, I've got
you
some
do
friends.
you do have that because I think B's character is also like the friend that's like dealing with stuff, you know.
Yeah,
Like she
Oh,
has a lot
yeah.
of real stuff that she had to grow up really fast because of. And I think
Yeah.
we all also know someone like that we try to like help them and relate to them, but sometimes it's like hard to do that. But
All right. So our next section, which we already sort of introduced, but I guess I'll do it again since we we kind of talked about the other one for a while. Best ongoing game awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that involves the player experience over time.
I'm gonna be real. I voted
Warframe.
for PUBG.
Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, Grand Theft Auto Online, Destiny
Okay.
2, and PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
But here's the thing. Overwatch, because Overwatch. And Grand Theft Auto, because the Gus Spawners, guys.
No, not
You
Grand Theft
mean-
Auto.
you
We
mean-
came together because of
I'm
that
not.
game.
I'm not gonna vote for a game because we play it a lot and enjoy it. No. That is exactly why I'm gonna vote for Overwatch. But also because Overwatch they have a better model.
Yeah.
I probably-
Online, yeah, they're releasing a lot of content like fairly regularly, and it's good content.
and free.
Oh man, that paywall, not free.
The update is free. The stuff
The,
in
update, the
is not
update's free. You just
For
can't do
Grand
any
Theft
of it.
Auto?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to spend like $2 million, which you can either like grind out a billion heists, or you can buy the convenient shark card, which will just give you $2 million right off the bat. Like, make no mistake,
For, like-
But they
those
also
aren't
do-
really
but-
free.
But they also do events every now and then where it's like, hey, if you play this week, we'll give you
Okay.
30
Get double
G's.
cash.
But here's the
Oh,
other
yeah.
thing too. Here's the other problem I have, which is those Grand Theft Auto updates. They don't add anything significant to that game. Like it's a new location.
Ah!
It's No. Listen, hear me out on this, okay? Because whether you are a CEO, whether you are a gun runner, whether you own an aircraft, like, the missions don't really change. It's always go
That's
somewhere,
fair.
do a thing, grab crates, bring them back. Like, there's no,
pretty
like,
fair.
significant change. It's just like, now you do it in an airplane. Now you do it in this, like, super tanky truck. Now you do it on a motorcycle.
Do it in a boat.
But, like, it
Now
doesn't
you do it
really
with a
change.
box. Now you do it in a box.
Now you
Grand
do it in
Theft
a
Auto,
tree.
Dr. Seuss confirmed. But yeah, it's like even though like they're updates and yeah, they're like kind of new, it's the same kind of things that you've always been doing with all the organizations in the game.
But
So it
hey,
doesn't.
They do create new race types that are innovative and fun, like the transformation races that just came out. That's pretty cool,
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
Sonic All Stars Racing transformed, but less fun?
but less fun.
Yeah.
You mean like one of
also-
the best kart racers ever made that no one appreciates because it's not Mario Kart?
Yeah, that.
And everyone
didn't-
says, "Oh, it's a Mario Kart clone." No, it has planes and boats and shit.
Yeah.
And for the record, I don't know why they chose to use Doomfist either for the picture.
Because he
for
was the
Overwatch.
Because
newest
he was the
addition to
most
the game,
anticipated hero.
Moira.
and the newest addition to the game at the
most
time.
anticipated.
At the time,
But Moira's
Moira
not the
was
most-
only added just today.
Yeah.
I know.
By the way,
but
Moira,
most
now in the game,
anticipated.
go play now.
Doomfist was the most anticipated.
I mean, he was mentioned in
was.
the first trailer. He can level a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
put the level on there.
It's like
But
ever
then you
since,
face off
ever
against
since
him in the game,
Overwatch
and you're
came
just like,
out,
oh, I can mow him down pretty easy.
he
if I
was
wanted
good
to.
when he was broken when he launched, and then they
the
nerfed
hype
him to
was
uselessness.
here for Doomfist. Then
Anyway, he was the newest hero in the game at the time.
yeah.
Now it would be Moira. But
Plus, also, like I said, I feel like he was also the most anticipated.
oh yeah, I think so too.
Definitely. But yeah, it's
I think again, I feel like Destiny 2 is unjustified being on because it's only just come out. They haven't.
what are you talking about, Joe? It's
They
ongoing.
added a raid. Sorry,
It
they added
counts.
one thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Mercury,
on there.
Joe. They added Mercury, kind of. Not really, not yet. But they talk about it.
But PUBG,
Like
it's the
Rainbow
greatest
Six
ongoing
Siege,
game.
Fair. PUBG,
Is the
isn't
greatest
out yet.
ongoing game.
Warframe, fair. Overwatch wins though.
All
It's-
right,
it's
let's look.
Overwatch.
Let's look at best mobile. What do we got?
Best mobile games. For the best game playable on a dedicated we have Fire Emblem Heroes, Super Mario Run, Old Man's Journey, Monument Valley 2, and Hidden Folks.
Hidden Folks is cute.
Yeah, Hidden Folks is cute. I heard Old Man's Journey was really good. I never played it, but I
Yeah, I
heard it
didn't
was
play that
really
one
good.
either, so
Pretty
I don't know
fun.
what that's about.
Super Mario Run was pretty fun. Played it for a little bit. Fire Emblem Heroes, I love it. Even if it is gotcha nonsense.
Super
It
Mario
literally
Run.
exists. It literally exists to get you to buy more money so you get your favorite Fire Emblem characters. You can have the chance of maybe getting them in the pack you buy. I still love it, and it still got my vote. 'Cause
I
at the end
know.
of the day,
Super
it's
Mario
still Fire-
Run. I downloaded it the day it came out. I played it and then I instantly uninstalled it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you
really?
hate video games, so
No, I definitely got on that Super Mario train and rode it. Like I unlocked Daisy, which by the way I don't encourage anyone to do because the remix is like the most tedious thing you will ever do. But I would just like play it while I was using the restroom and such.
oh yeah, as you do. Everyone
As you
does. There's
That-
no.
as you
That's
do
what mobile games
while
are
you do.
for. But anyway, I was like, I'll just play like a couple more levels, and then before I know it, I was at like level 30 and unlocked Daisy, and I was like, all right, and then never touch Remix again. I'm like, I'm never going back into this. But whenever I got into it the first time, whenever they're like, get Daisy, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I saw you had to make it through 30 levels of Remix before you could unlock Daisy. I'm just like, I'm never unlocking Daisy because I don't want to play that much. I ended up doing it anyway because it was just like
You're
one
just
of those
I'm doing
offhand
it.
things I did.
gotta
but
do it.
I just really want
Yeah.
Daisy. Daisy's the Banff princess. But yeah, no, that's how that worked out. So I voted for Super Mario Run just because I played a lot of it. But Hidden Folks is cute.
Yeah, that's fair.
Valley 2.
Of those, I played Fire Emblem Heroes the most. Why I gave it my vote, and I
Definitely.
love Fire Emblem.
All right, speaking
Anyway,
of mobile
next-
games,
Best handheld game. For the best game playable on a dedicated portable gaming system. Also known as best 3DS game.
Because they're all Nintendo games.
Because
Nobody plays a Vita.
Exactly. Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World. Monster Hunter
Hands down.
Stories. Metroid, Samus Returns.
Samoids Returns.
Ever Oasis. And Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia.
Okay.
I totally voted for Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World, and I have no regrets.
It looks like bad stop
Have
motion.
you played it?
No.
It's not stop motion. No, it's fully animated, but
Yeah, they look like those little crocheted things that are just cute and adorable.
it's super cute.
Yeah.
I love it.
Sure.
It reminds me of Kirby's Epic Yarn, like in the best way possible.
That's right. They made a Kirby
it
game
got
that
the
was all
cute
yarn
look
too.
for me.
Yeah.
Questionable.
Anyway, I
I
voted for Fire
Metroid.
Emblem Echoes.
I think Joe and I had similar reasons for voting for what we voted for, which is I voted for Metroid because Metroid's super hype, and I'm guessing Joe voted for
I
Fire
voted for
Emblem.
Fire Emblem because I love Fire Emblem, and I heard
I voted for Poochie and Yoshi.
been
because-
playing Fates. I should just put Fates down and get Echoes, shouldn't I?
Next category.
Anyway,
Next topic.
best VR/AR game. For the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. Superhot VR. Star Trek Bridge Crew. Lone Echo / Echo Arena. Farpoint. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Okay, first of all, what is Lone Echo? Anyone?
I don't know.
It looks like
were-
a Tron knockoff just from this one image because they have
It's
some kind
Aquatic
of colorful disc.
Tron.
I
There,
guess
that's what it is.
I don't really know what
Calling it.
Farpoint is either, to be honest. I just know Star Trek Bridge Crew, Resident Evil 7, and Super Hot.
I voted for Star Trek Bridge Crew.
I voted for Super Hot.
Because Star Trek Bridge Crew is the one I would want to play the most.
Here's the thing: Star Trek Bridge Crew is cool. I feel like it's mostly a game where you're just like clicking on buttons and switches on the panel.
Absolutely, that's what it is. But if you are in a room with everyone and seated properly, it's the best thing.
Maybe. I also voted for Super Hot because, quite frankly,
Yeah, that's
I would be shocked if that didn't win. Because it's like the game that makes you feel like a badass in the Matrix, which is what everyone wanted from VR, I think.
it's true.
And
it's true.
it actually
It's true.
follows through, and you're just like,
Super hot.
you can slice a bullet in half with a sword in that game.
Hot. You can also shoot bullets out of the air if you're good
You
enough.
can.
If you're
It's-
real good.
It is so hype. Yeah, super hot. 100%.
Super Hot.
Anyway,
Next
next category. Best action game. For the best game in the action genre, focused on combat. We have Prey, Neo, Destiny 2, Cuphead, and Wolfenstein 2. One of these things is not like the others. One of these
I know
things
Wolfenstein is just
doesn't belong.
so.
Here's the thing. Destiny,
Cuphead-
this is the only time when Destiny 2 is a viable option in a category.
It's true. I still think I ended up voting for Wolfenstein 2.
I also voted for Wolfenstein 2.
Although Cuphead, great. I just don't know if I would call it an action game. It's like an action platform.
Like, it is based on combat, but
But
I just don't think of it as, like, an action game.
exactly. That's why, like, I love it. Great game.
Now,
I just-
had Cuphead been in the next category,
I still
Next
probably wouldn't have
category.
voted for it.
I wouldn't call it an action adventure game either. But the next category is best action adventure game. For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, we have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, Assassin's Creed Origins, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Horizon Zero Dawn.
Definitely
I
went Horizon
voted
Zero
for
Dawn.
Uncharted.
I voted Super Mario Odyssey. So we went
We
three
all
different
went
directions.
3 different directions.
Anyway, move on. We pretty much talked about most.
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
Best role-playing game. For the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences, we have South Park: The Fractured But Whole, Final Fantasy 15, Divinity: Original Sin 2, Nier Automata, and Persona 5.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
did Final Fantasy.
South Park, Fractured But Whole, super hype. That's
That's
a
fair.
really funny, great game.
That's fair.
Still vote for
I-
Final
I-
Fantasy 15.
I also, no, I'm right there with you.
I had to do Final Fantasy 15 for that Square Enix vote.
Any of those top 3, I could have honestly flipped a 3-sided coin and chosen between. But Final Fantasy 15 made me cry, and
Stand by Me. Stand by
anyway.
Me by Florence and the Machine.
when the night
Yeah.
has come.
That like forces you. That song forces you to feel
Land
something. It's
is
like
gone.
I refuse to feel, and then it's like Florence just comes
Oh.
in and she's just like,
Oh,
"Do you refuse to feel?" I'm just like, "Yes," and then she keeps going, and you're just like,
when the sky that we look upon
"Quit forcing me to feel."
should
Florence and the
tumble
Machine.
and fall. Here's the thing. The song
no
is in the
spoilers.
first 5 minutes of the
Yeah.
game, and it still made me cry. Nothing even happened. There was nothing going on. I was like, oh, the song though.
Yeah.
No
It's not a
spoilers.
spoiler. It's not a
No
spoiler.
spoilers.
It just forces you to feel. It
That
just
song will
forces
make you
to
feel no
things.
matter what's happening. It could be like you could be walking through a meadow of rainbows and sunflowers, like jauntily moving, but you play that song and it's like every time.
Yeah.
It's true.
Every
It's
time.
whoa.
Look, here's the thing.
It's not just an excuse. I'm serious. 100%.
I'm also going to say this. Like, that song has absolutely nothing to do with the plot at the end. Like,
Yeah, for
it
real.
does, but it's really just like the musical interlude that goes
Here's the thing.
on behind
It's
what
not-
happens.
Not even the story. The credits made me cry.
That's true. Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, so South Park Fractured But Whole, super hype. Divinity 2,
Butthole.
Original Sin, still haven't watched
So
that.
good. So good. Play
No
it.
idea what
Buy
Nier
it.
Automata is
Buy
about.
it. Play it.
I feel like that
No,
was directed at me.
no clue what
Yeah,
Nier Automata
hopefully.
is. And Persona 5 is
Yes.
hype, but I don't
Persona.
really know
Yeah.
anything about it. So.
It's Persona the 5th.
All right, next category.
Best fighting game. For the best game designed primarily for head combat, we have Tekken 7, Nidhogg 2, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Injustice 2, and ARMS.
Arms.
I
You
voted,
voted for
honestly,
ARMS,
I
didn't you?
voted for ARMS
Yeah.
just because it's such an innovative game. It's
I-
such a like different take on a fighting game. I'm like, I gotta.
I did Injustice 2.
I
That's fair.
did Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite because it has some really hype combo mechanics. Because the
Well,
way
that's every Marvel vs. Capcom though. But yeah,
right,
is
but
true.
but the way that game is built, first of all, Marvel vs. Capcom used like a partner system, so you switch
Mm-hmm.
off fighters in the middle of battle. But in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, they made it that you can switch off at any time. You can even switch off in like the middle of a super. So you can super with one character, come in, super with the other character, and then they're just getting hit with like 2 supers at once.
oh my gosh.
It makes for the hypest combos you will ever see in a game. So that's my vote. But Nidhogg 2 is cool. Tekken 7 is Tekken.
It's Tekken 7.
Like,
Which
I
is
don't
good.
think-
7th.
Yeah, I don't think they like did anything like crazy with that game though, as far as Tekken goes. I'm pretty sure it's just like another Tekken game. But I mean, you know, it looks nice, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that they like worked on it and made it better as a Tekken game. But Tekken.
Yeah.
Injustice
Alright.
2 is cool. Arms
Up
is
And
weird.
on the
Next.
opposite side of the spectrum.
Best Nintendo, best family game. For the best
Where's the
game
lie?
appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform.
But totally Nintendo.
Well, we'll get there. We have Splatoon 2,
Nintendo.
Sonic Mania,
Not Nintendo.
Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Kind of
Technically not
Nintendo.
Nintendo. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Super Mario Odyssey.
I once saw a really funny thing that's like, what do you think Raymond thinks about the fact that he's completely forgotten in his own franchise because of the rabbits?
It's true.
The
It's true,
rabbits
man. It's so sad.
killed
Poor
him.
Raymond.
Dude, Mario and Rabbids, though, great game. Fantastic game.
It's pretty hype.
Oh my god.
I still went with Sonic
Another
Mania.
reason I really want to switch. Also, Rabbid Peach is the best because she's just taking selfies and just so sassy. I love it.
She is. Whenever she first meets Peach, and she's just like,
Mario Kart, no, it's not family friendly after 2 races. I agree.
that's what makes it family.
Definitely-
Like, you know that you're playing with family when you end up in a yelling, screaming match with the person you're playing with.
because of that blue shell.
Because of that blue shell. That one. You know the one, Karen. I don't have any family members named Karen, but
I was gonna say, do you even know a Karen?
You
I
know
know a
Anyway.
Karen, but
Are you
Damn it,
related to a
Karen.
Karen? Should have been the question.
no.
Anyway, I voted for Sonic Mania because, you know,
I also voted for Sonic Mania because I think that game is super hype. But Mario Kart,
I voted for Splatoon.
any Mario Kart is like real fun.
or maybe I did vote for Mario Kart 8. Maybe I did. Maybe that. Nope, that was later. Never mind. I voted for that later.
I did Splatoon because there was a lot of Mario elsewhere. I felt like Splatoon should get something. Mario's gonna walk away with something anyway.
I don't care, man.
It's true.
I love all these games. They're all great. I've only played one of them. That's the one I voted for.
Okay, so next category.
I just feel real quick. I just feel like in the disappointment that was Sonic Forces, Sega needs a bone. So Sonic Mania needs to win that category.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anyway, up next, best strategy game. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. We have XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, Tooth and Tail, Total War, Warhammer 2, Halo Wars 2, and Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
I didn't play Tooth and Tail. I heard good things about it. I heard that it's like
It
a
has-
really good real-time strategy for people who like aren't super into real-time strategy games.
It has an interesting, it's very much like a different kind of real-time strategy game that you're not doing like base building and stuff you do in a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it's cool because like you have one main character to control, and you are the banner. Wherever you are, that's where your units are flooding to at all times.
Right.
So, which is interesting because normally it's like I want them to rally here, but you are the rally point always.
Right.
So yeah, it's cool in that way.
That being
But-
said, I still voted for Mario and Rabbids.
I also voted for Mario and Rabbids.
I also
It's-
voted for Mario and Rabbids.
The animations
You
alone
just said.
are too
You
hype.
just said. Yeah.
But I mean, I've always heard
But I
that
don't know
Warhammer
any
is
of
really
these, though.
good. I've always heard Warhammer is really good. I just haven't played any of it. XCOM again,
Gonna
like
give it to you.
XCOM is basic. Thank you. XCOM is a lot like Mario Rabbids, or I should say Mario Rabbids is a lot
Yeah,
like
Mario
XCOM.
Rabbids it's the turn-based strategy game. War of the Chosen was a big update. I haven't played it. I did play XCOM 2, the original version, though. But this is really just a major expansion to the game, but
Yeah.
big enough that it's justifiably its own game because it adds so much.
Right. Yeah.
It really is like it's the game over again.
It's really just the animations in Mario Rabbids. It's just like
Yeah. But no, I definitely give it to Mario Rabbids because it was like different. Like I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it.
yeah.
Halo Wars 2 was Halo Wars 2.
And
Total
the-
War Warhammer 2,
just-
while a great game, and I love those big scale stuff, I'm not a big Total War fan in general.
Yeah.
Also, for the record, the plot of Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle is hilarious.
So good.
Like, it's so ridiculous, but perfect for that game. All right, what's
All
next?
right, up next, best sports/racing game. The best for the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game.
Which one of these is non-traditional? Whatever, go ahead, read them off.
Project Cars 2.
Hard pass.
Pro Evolution Soccer 2018, NBA 2K18, GT Sport, Forza Motorsport 7, and FIFA 18.
I
Skipped
didn't
them all.
vote for any of them.
I voted for Forza because it looks pretty.
I want to perform.
Wasn't Forza the one that they show off at E3 that just had like a whole bunch of quick time events in the middle of the driving that's actually in the game? Like it wasn't
so.
just for the trailer either. Like they were actual quick time events that happen in the game. Was that Forza? Maybe that was
It
GT.
wouldn't be.
I want to say maybe.
It wouldn't be Forza Motorsport 7 because that's the very like this is a driving simulator. That would have been like
Okay.
Forza Horizon, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe then. But I just
I
remember
think
there
that
was
was Forza
one.
Horizon 3.
They made it look really hype because they had lots of like stuff going on, and they're like, "But I hope those quick time events aren't in the actual game because that would totally
Or
ruin
maybe
the
it was
racing."
Project Cars 2. I think that was Project Cars 2.
That could be.
I don't
But
know.
still, it was just like, why put
It was
quick time
weird,
events
like,
in a racing
yeah.
game? Like the point is driving, not doing
Anyway,
crap.
next
while
up.
driving.
Driving.
Yeah, I didn't
Next
vote
up.
for any of these, so next.
Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design and massively multi expansions irrespective of game genre. We have Fortnite, Call of Duty World War II, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Destiny 2, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's still not out. The game still hasn't been released. Stop it.
Yeah.
I voted for Mario
also
Kart 8
voted
Deluxe because I love
Player
Mario Kart
Unknown.
8.
Yeah, I also went for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Why not, right?
It's great.
And
To be fair, Destiny 2 also belongs in this category.
Yeah, and Call of Duty World War II, when its matchmaking is working and I can actually play with my friends, it's fun.
And Splatoon is pretty hype. Splatoon has some really hype multiplayer.
I want Splatoon 2 so bad, guys. I want a Switch so bad. I
It
want
looks
it.
really cool.
I want it someday. Anyway,
Yeah. Read it.
they got a sponsor
Hate it.
overnight. This wasn't here yesterday.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't here
Most
yesterday. That's really
anticipated
sad.
game presented by McCafe.
It wasn't yesterday, though.
Awarded
It
to an
wasn't.
upcoming game that has shown significant ambition and promise. Title must be announced and scheduled for release after December 7th, 2017. The Last of Us Part 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Monster Hunter World, Marvel's Spider-Man, and God of War.
Marvel
One of
Spider-Man.
these things
Dad of
isn't
War.
a sequel. One of these things isn't a sequel.
I did. I voted for Spider-Man. I did it.
I voted for Red Dead Redemption 2.
I could have easily voted for any other game on this list. I voted for Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
was
would
like-
be cool.
Great game.
I'm the most hyped for Spider-Man, but all of these other games also are justifiably here.
Here's the thing.
And
There's a
there's,
chance I'll get to
uh,
play Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't own a PlayStation, so I can't be playing
Yep,
Spider-Man.
a lot of these other categories had 6 titles. This one did not, and I feel like there's a title that could have filled that 6th spot.
What title?
Moving
what,
on,
What title
the
do you
next-
think? No.
The
What title
next
do you think?
category is Best Independent Game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system.
I voted for Cuphead.
Had to breathe. We have Pyre, Night in the Woods, Cuphead, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Yeah, I went
I think I
Cuphead.
voted for Cuphead. I think
Yeah.
I voted for Cuphead.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Night
Yeah,
in the
we've
Woods,
talked
super
about-
cool. Pyre is actually a really hype game. It has it's like a really cool like combat based game. Like combat, but it's also kind of like a strategy sports game. It's hard to explain, but it's super cool and it has a really interesting story to it. And so and like What Remains of Edith Finch and Hellblade are both really good too, but Cuphead.
All right,
was
the
my
next
choice.
category isn't one we can actually vote in, but it's the best student game, awarded to the best student project created at the high school or college level. Where we have Meaning, Level Squared, Impulsion, Falling Sky, Hollow, and From Light.
I mean, I don't know what any
Um,
of those are about.
No,
Hollowed
anyway,
sounds
these
cool.
are like just looking at them, they look like they're pretty interesting games.
Yeah,
I would definitely try any of them.
it's just a
Falling
new category.
Sky. I'm gonna cry from Falling Sky. I just know it. Just looking at the still, I will cry for that game.
I think Hollowed looks like Dark Souls. It'll probably be basically
Hollowed.
Dark Souls.
Hollowed. It's Dark Souls.
It's Dark Souls.
Oh wait,
Dark Souls, guys.
wait. Here we go. The best category on the list, guys. Trending gamer. For a streamer, influencer, or media member who has made an impact on the industry this calendar year, we have
Shenanigans.
Steven Spawn. I don't know how to pronounce his name. From Able Gamers. Mike Gers
Don't hurt
from
yourself.
Shroud.
Don't hurt yourself.
Guy Beam, also known as Dr. Disrespect. Clint Lexa from Half Coordinated. Or Andrea Renee from What's Good Games. I don't know these people.
I voted for Dr. Disrespect because he's the only one I really knew. But he was like the one who really made PUBG hype. Like he's over on Twitch.
He's the one who got banned from PUBG for killing his...
Yes.
I'm not voting for him.
Yeah, he did some shady stuff. But
Yeah.
he's the one who made like PUBG super hype on Twitch.
So he's who I have to blame for it being on Game of the Year.
And he's also the one to blame for why we can't play Buzzword.
Wait,
No, we're playing Buzzword. No, Buzzword requires you to report me.
Yeah. But no, I mean, we can't put it out there as content.
We can't stream it or put it out
We
as
can't
content.
stream it or record
Okay,
it.
guys. We have a game we play when we play PUBG called Kill Phrase, where someone sets a phrase for someone else to say, and
Usually
if they say
don't.
that phrase,
And
a
if I
third
say
person
that
kills-
phrase,
yeah. So like, okay,
usually
for
it's
example,
something that Noah will say often.
we'll say it's me, Janky,
well, no, we
and Noah.
changed it.
Wait. We've done it a few times.
Yeah.
But for example, Noah's the target.
Yeah.
So I'll set a phrase that'll kill him and a phrase that'll save him. That if he says the safe phrase, we won't kill him even if he says the kill phrase.
If I say the
I
kill
will tell
phrase-
these phrases to Janky, which I'm pointing based on Skype, not based on. I
Yeah.
will tell these phrases to
Pop
Janky.
culture kitten.
So yeah, I will tell these to Pop Culture Kitten, not Janky. Which at that point he will know that if Noah says them to kill him. It's a stupid game we play.
It's
But-
a stupid game we play, but we can't.
We will never make a video out of it because I'm banned from PUBG.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying it again.
Ditto.
Anyway, best esports
best
game.
esports game. For the
PUBG.
best game, for the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or platform, we have Rocket League, League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and Overwatch.
I voted for Overwatch because that's the only one I play.
I voted for Overwatch because I'm so hyped for Overwatch League, guys.
I voted for
so
Overwatch because
And they've made a lot of changes to improve it as an.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean yeah.
And they just made it easier for casters to like cast. They added so many tools,
Yeah.
like the overhead map and stuff. Like they've made a lot of steps in the right direction with it becoming an esport.
This category
League
always,
of Legends is still the big daddy.
this category just makes me laugh because like these are games that have been around
It'll
like
be the same 5 games next year.
exactly. Like League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and Overwatch. You can't tell me that those weren't the games last year in this category.
Well,
And will
Overwatch probably-
continue to be games in
But,
this category.
Yeah, no, it'll continue to be these games pretty much every year until one of them dies.
Anyway, we can skip the next category if you want, but if you want to do it, we
Yeah.
can.
I just want to read the title. We
Okay.
don't have to go. But best esports player presented by Omen by HP.
God. All right. Do you want to
Anyway,
do the
just
next one?
esports. Best esports team. None of us watch esports,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah,
so
no.
it's
Sorry,
not worth
friends.
doing.
We can't.
Yeah,
It's
sorry,
Team
we're
Liquid,
passing over it.
SKT, Lunatic, FaZe, and Cloud9.
All right. Let's move on to the next hype category.
Best debut indie game presented by Chic Hydro.
Why?
This is the reason. This alone is the reason I wanted to titles. Recognizing a new independent studio that released its first game in 2017. Winner selected by fan voting. We have Slime Rancher, Mr. Shifty, Hollow Knight, Golf Story, and Cuphead. Now, honestly, any of these could go. I voted Cuphead because I love
voted
Cuphead. But Mr. Shifty was great. Hollow Knight was fantastic. Slime Rancher, a lot of people love it. I haven't played it personally, but a lot of people are real hype about it. And I've heard nothing but great things about Golf Story.
Yeah, Golf Story is very apparently like JRPG told through golf, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's basically a JRPG, but all the combat is golf.
And yeah, I've seen a lot of people playing Slime Rancher. It seems cool. I didn't get
And
super into it.
the last category is Best Chinese Game, which is also jury pick. And I have not seen any of these games, except King of Glory, which is definitely not League of Legends.
You haven't seen Icy? Oh, Icy's actually pretty hype.
All right, I'll look up Icy after this is all said and done.
It's
But-
it's like it has a narrator to it, and if you like defy the narrator mocks you. Just like
the Stanley
I told
Parable?
you not to go there. Like there's this one part at the beginning where he's like,
Or-
go to the right, and then if you
or-
go to the left, you'll run for like 5 screens and then hit a locked door, and it's just like, why didn't you go to the left like I said? Now look, you're 5 screens away from where you were, and you hit a locked door. Yeah, so it's strange and it's funny.
That's great. All right, that's the Game Awards this year, guys.
Yep.
We went through it.
That's our
We've
picks.
gone through all the categories. Presented by McCafe, Omen by HP, and Chic Hydro.
Oh my god. Anyway, that wraps up our list for the week too. So that's all
Although
she wrote.
there's one little tiny news blurb that I want to throw out there. It's relevant. It's relative. Okay.
All right.
To our culture, anyways. Xanathar's Guide to Everything coming out November 21st.
yeah!
And
Oh, yeah.
currently you can pre-order it on Amazon for $30.
Yeah, that's
As
honestly your
opposed
best
to the
deal.
full sticker price of like $49.95.
50,
Yeah, $50.
yeah.
bucks.
50.
Yeah.
D&D guys,
So-
by the way,
$30
in case you weren't
Yeah,
sure
Xanathar's
what that
Guide
was about,
to everything.
D&D.
It's a rules addendum for
For
D&D.
D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons 5th
and-
edition.
And that price reduction is on all the books. Dungeon Master's Guide.
That's also
Bolos
like
Monster Guide.
that's also
Player's
like all the
Handbook,
time.
all 30
That's not
bucks.
that's not a thing. That's not like a thing right now. That's all the time.
That's
with-
all the time?
With Prime, yeah, they're always $30 with Prime.
Oh, well then. If
It was
you
a
have
little
Prime-
weird that the new one was that price. But
Yeah.
yeah.
You can
It's
throw
super
the
hype,
new
though.
one at that Prime price.
If
Comes
you're a
out
D&D
November
player,
21st.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah. Anyways, that was the last little bit I
Yep.
had to throw in there.
I actually did want to mention that and totally forgot.
so I think
Yeah.
that wraps us up. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you all for
In
joining.
a longer edition.
Yeah, we've been going for 2 hours. So, good
With
job,
no break.
everyone.
We should
We
really
had-
like plan a break in the middle.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting it to go that long, but the Game Awards took
we
far
could do
longer
a
than
commercial
I
break
anticipated.
next time.
We don't have commercial. We don't have sponsors.
Someone has stuff to sell.
Who has stuff
Me?
to sell?
Yeah, you want me to make a commercial for my own Designed by Human store, and then that would be like even I wouldn't show that hard for me.
I'm just saying, that's a commercial.
You know what? You allot the time. Noah writes the script. I'll read it. There. Then you're not shilling.
There
Yeah.
you go. That
We'll
could
shill
work.
on
Anyway.
your own channel.
Speaking of shilling, Joe, are you up to anything worthy
Man,
of shilling
maybe,
for?
Maybe someday. Maybe someday.
Joe has a YouTube channel, but he doesn't use it as often as he'd like. Noah, do you have anything to show
Yeah.
for?
I mean, I'm way behind in content for November, but December is going to be Star Wars December number 2.
Oh, I'm not ready. Not ready.
I still have to plan out a calendar of like.
I need
the
to
different
reinstall
content
the
and
Old Republic.
Oh my god.
Remember my password.
The Old Republic. I remember that game. We never
It
finished,
was
but I
still
have
a
some
thing.
I have some real
Noah-
cool artwork of me as like a smuggler looking at Han
Yeah.
Solo. It looks
Jankin.
awesome. Yeah, Jank.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
was it Jankin? Was it Jankin?
I think you were Jenkin.
I think it was
Whatever.
Jankin.
Anyway,
No, Jakesley. Jakesley.
Jakesley.
Jake
Yeah.
was
Lee.
Almost. It was like so
Lee,
close.
Arcados, Zano.
Arkados, who looks
what
like
was
the
Tom's
douchebag
character?
from all those 80s sci-fi movies.
We were all
Tom
Star Wars
was-
characters, guys. It was
yeah,
super
we were
hype.
all Star Wars characters.
I
It
was
good
the
stuff.
trooper because Everyone else chose the cool classes.
I'm sorry.
I think I
Anyway.
left the worst one.
Anyway,
So that's me.
yeah, so that's what was going on in December.
Yeah.
Super hype. And as for me, I'm just doing what I do. I got my stream schedule. That's probably subject to change here soon because my work schedule is going to change soon, but I'll let you guys know whenever that changes, and I'll update my away screen so that you guys know when I'm streaming and what I'm doing. And then over on my YouTube channel, I just have Hanging with Janky and the occasional Janky's Lab review whenever I have new games to review. As for the podcast, we will not be here next week because, of course, next Thursday is
'Cause it's
Thanksgiving,
Thanks.
and we are all terribly
American
busy people
Thanksgiving.
because
Yeah.
Black Friday and work and nonsense. So we'll be away
Yeah.
next week, and then we'll pick it up the week after. So the next podcast will be the week after Thanksgiving on Thursday, which will be super cool.
Hopefully there'll be plenty of news.
That'll be the 30th, actually.
Yeah, so we'll be on the verge of December. We'll get to talk about all the stuff coming in December. It'll be super hype and cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think that's pretty much us done for this
Yeah.
week. So thank you all for joining for the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you happen to miss it, or if you want to rewatch it, you can of course find it archived here, or you can find it over on YouTube at youtube.com/JankyShenanigans. I also keep all the old episodes on my YouTube channel, so you can catch up there. Other than that, I think that's all we have to say. So
Pop culture kitten.
yes. If we had an outro, this would be the perfect time to play it. For now, just scritches to the Pop Culture Kitten.
Scratches
And-
the kitten.
Until the next time, we will see you guys. See you guys next
Goodbye.
time. A goodbye.
Everybody, goodbye.
Goodbye,
Actually, I shouldn't do that. There's
everybody.
too much crap in the background.
Goodbye.
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 Goodbye. Bienvenue.
I can't leave frame. I can't do it. I'm trapped. Goodbye. Are we all? Adios.